never in doubt England victory over Sri Lanka, I can relax in the company of tense, nervous Indians and South Africans. Welcome along to Richard Asher, all the way from Vienna, I imagine.
All the way from even further than Vienna, just another hour and a half on the bus and train, and you'd be in my front room. Nice to be back with you guys. First time since somewhere in the middle of the Ashes, somewhere in the middle of the night.
Somewhere in the middle of the night, yeah. We've tried to push that out of our minds. And also Anindo is here from his front room in Mumbai. So we're coming to you from Lewisham, north of Vienna, or south of Vienna, or east of Vienna, or west of Vienna.
You got there in the end.
West of Vienna and Mumbai. So, well, here we go. It's, two teams that have, India are always strong, and South Africa, apart from that near slip up against Afghanistan, certainly looked incredibly convincing against New Zealand last week. Richard, your thoughts on this South African team? Have they taken confidence from that World Test Championship win, getting the monkey off their back, as it were?
Well, first of all, I have to get my confessions out of the way. So I've been wandering in the snowy wastes of Canada for the last 5 weeks, and this will be the first ball of the first match that I am watching in this tournament. So expert opinion from me would be a little bit silly at this stage. But speaking as a follower of South African cricket in general, there is obviously the hope that getting over the line in what was a tense run chase at Lord's, albeit in whites with a red ball, is going to translate to white ball cricket. But we only find out the answer to that when we get to the knockouts, because I'll say it out loud. The choking thing is to do with knockout cricket, and this isn't a knockout game yet. So if South Africa smash India, no one will be surprised, but nobody will be comforted either on the South African side.
Interesting actually. You've been in the snowy wastes of Canada. I thought it was pretty snowy in Vienna. You couldn't stay in the snowy wastes of Vienna. You had to get to see even more snow.
Well, Canada was planned long ago, and Austria, yeah, it is quite unusual to have a lot of snow here, but there has been a proper winter, which I promptly went and missed by going to the only place that's even colder, but broke some personal records, experienced minus 29
nice.
For the first time in my life, which is quite considerably colder than I've experienced before. Glad to put that one to bed, and I'm ready for summer.
Were you a bit of skiing involved, a bit of snowboarding or something?
Oh, no,
nothing like that.
I can't do either of those things. As a child, I satisfied myself with learning to balance on a bicycle.
Right.
And in growing up in Cape Town, you don't get much chance to practice.
Well, you must have done a lot of surfing.
Well, surfing is something I probably should have learned growing up in Cape Town. I have no excuse.
You couldn't do it. You couldn't sort of come down rather rapidly off Table Mountain.
I think you'd come down a bit too rapidly, even if you were a professional who knew what they were doing, because it's quite vertical.
A bit steep, yeah. Anindo will not be struggling with temperatures of minus 29. He might be struggling in temperatures of plus 29 in Mumbai.
This is true. This is true. That's pretty much where it is.
And India, so far in this tournament, Ishan Kishan has done particularly well. A few worries about Abhishek at the top of the order. Just some sort of, I think I sort of picked up some sort of wavering amongst the Indian press about it's not quite going for him at the moment. Any thoughts on
that? Indian press, like most world press, is a piece of shit. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter. You learn to ignore them. And you learn to ignore half the Indian fans who have zero patience and no conception of what it takes to perform at a high level. As I was just telling someone on a group who keeps asking for everyone to be dropped who's ever scored a duck. I asked him, can you honestly tell me that in your professional career you were at 100% every single day? And before you say yes, stop fucking lying.
India's come out the gate firing today. This is going to be
competent, isn't he? He's very competent. The news is South Africa won the toss and they've decided to bat, which means we haven't moved the I've got the South Africa ODIs. Where's the South Africa T20 group gone? I haven't moved them. It's going to be a bit of a jingle nightmare now.
Well, while you look for it, I mean, you're talking about at the moment the two best teams in T20 cricket. You've got the four best teams in this group. You've got the four crap teams in the other group, two of which just played a little earlier. And one of whom you've beaten 12 times before or 11 times before. So I wouldn't count today's as much of a win. You're going to win anyway.
Oh, I don't take it as much as a win. I did think, though, that having only got 140 plus, that England...
Oh, they just collapsed, right? It was horrible, their collapse.
Well, it was awful. It was just brainless, really. It was Sri Lanka in disguise of England. I felt. Anyway, I'm looking
95 all out.
I'm looking for some jingles that I can play, and I'm not finding them. Where are they? There.
I'll tell you, the Indian team is unchanged while Hendo looks for the jingle. So Washington Sundar continues to play instead of Akshar Patel, which is very bizarre because I don't see why Washington Sundar should even be in the squad. Forget about the 11. And Akshar Patel's a far better T20 player, but he's not, and it is what it is. So Markham won the toss, and South Africa's batting.
And we're ready to go. Richard Kettleborough is the man standing, or one of the umpires standing. He's got his arm out at the moment to say, hang on for a tick. Now he's ready, ushering the bowler through, and the bowler will be none other than Arshdeep. Left arm over the wicket into Markram. He goes back and plays quite a nice shot down to a sort of deep backward point and picks up a single immediately. I will jingle up Markram because I can see his name in front of me.
Because he's a grinner, a part-time spinner, and his Safa, yes, he's a winner. Playing his shots out in the sun. He's a stroker, not mediocre. He's no World Cup choker. He gets us moving with his runs. Aiden Markram.
I do like that.
That's a lovely jingle.
It's great, isn't it? But Quinton de Kock I can't find at the moment, and this is guided down to a kind of deep slip cordon of a first slip and maybe a third and a half slip. Arshdeep's got a jingle that goes like this.
And then this guy called Arshdeep Singh. The obvious jokes will be entertained here.
I don't know why I can find the Indian T20 jingles, but only the South African one-day international jingles. It's hiding somewhere, but I haven't really got time to commentate and look for them at the same time. Oh, he brings this one back in off the pitch.
It's getting nice bounce as well.
It's just slightly back of a length, and de Kock wanted to force it, but it got a little bit too big on him and couldn't really get the leverage.
Yeah, the last two from Arshdeep or the first two as well, they happen to be, into the left-hand. De Kock really did jag in and gave him absolutely no space and pushed him back as well, as you say.
Markram, de Kock, Rickleton, of course, coming in at 3. Another left-hander, another hitter of the ball, big hitter of the ball. Arshdeep in again. This one maybe just moves slightly away from him, and he has a bit of width with which to work and pushes it out to deep backward point. One more run, 2 for none.
Can I ask you, from an Indian perspective, which South African player, if any, worries you the most?
I think a lot of them. I just think it's a fantastic team. They're very, very. They play very well together now across formats, and everyone from
Markram just dabs that into the offside, takes a quick single, but comfortable one.
Well, de Kock and Markram are an excellent opening player, right? And de Kock, once you let de Kock get away with it, he can be absolutely devastating.
Yeah, not too many South Africans complaining to see Quinton de Kock back,
Yeah,
facing up to the white ball after a bit of a break.
Yeah, I mean, that was a little bit premature, wasn't it? I mean, you can
India's seen a lot of him in the IPL, so Indians are very fond of de Kock.
They won't be that fond if he gets 120, though.
It's okay. They like to separate the two.
He's been hit on the pad.
That's out.
It's a terrible shot, really. He was trying to play a little lap. I think he's going to be okay, because I think it was short enough that it will be too high. It was certainly straight. I would agree with you there.
The bounce is quite good in the
pitch, I think that would. He will get away with that, even though he was kind of outfoxed because of the bounce. Yeah. Anyway, it's the end of the over. For none. Who's doing the?
Richard's
and usually
socials,
it's me. So just getting to grips with it, I'm proud to say I've managed to get 2 social thingies on my screen, both from the same person actually. Watching from South Africa says Blast 100.
Wow.
And enjoying the commentary, guys, which is a good comment. And also waiting to watch South Africa smash India, which is another good comment. I'll try and see if there are any others that I'm not finding, but it'll probably take me till the next over to
we'll have a binary reaction to that
do
one.
so.
Well, it's going to be none other than the legend in his own career, Jasprit Bumrah, he's not on the T20 list. Why is he not? He's round the wicket, bowling to de Kock, who gets a thick outside edge to that one through the covers, but only get through for a single. We cannot not have the jingle of the great
you have to have
Bumrah, so I'm going to have a little look for it. Where are you, Mr. Bumrah? Come back to that in a minute. Anyone remember the Bumrah jingle? How it goes? You hum it, I'll sing it. I'm not sure I could actually, because I think it may be one of Mog's.
Yeah, those would be impossible.
Some of those are completely impossible. Bumrah over the wicket now for the first time to the right-handed Markram, and Markram plays that really with great timing. A little bit aerial to start with, but the man mid-on is right back on the edge of the circle, and actually, if anything, Markram has timed it too well, so he won't get a single. Chris Gaffney is the other standing umpire. 2 of the
because
best.
You've been in game. Yeah, they're very good umpires too. Richard, because you've not been around, I'll tell you after this ball.
Bumrah again into Markram, and that's a little bit of a miss-hit, more than a little bit of a miss-hit. He aimed to drive without much foot movement. It flew off an inside edge down to third man. Good piece of fielding, because they might have gone for 4 and they might have got back for a second, but they didn't. Who's that out there?
Rinku Singh.
Rinku Singh, who's quite diminutive, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's but very quick round the outfield there, round the boundary edge. 6 for no wicket. Markram 3, de Kock 2. Bumrah back round the wicket. Into de Kock, full toss, smashed, in the air, but the man at extra cover didn't move, and away it flies for 4 runs. An unusual delivery to see there from Bumrah, but I just think for a moment
It's probably a missed Yorker, maybe.
I just wonder whether for a moment, no, it's gone well wide of that guy at extra. I just wonder for a moment whether he was a little bit worried that he hit it.
No, it was 10 to 12 feet away from the field. Right?
Yeah, there's quite a big gap there that he took advantage of. Bumrah again, and de Kock is bowled. Oh my goodness, how far has that bail gone? That bail,
he was trying the previous ball.
That bail has gone cascading in the direction of fine leg. Has taken his leg stump, and the bail, it was quite spectacular in a different way than usual, because I've never seen a flashing bail go that far. That went miles. Anyway, it's a wicket. It wasn't a particularly impressive little innings from de Kock. It's a real hoik across the line. And
ball jagged in, and
It's a horrible shot, though. Horrible
shot, but it was a good ball, Will. A combination of the two, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, first wicket for India, first wicket for Bumrah. And it's Quinton de Kock has gone for 6 from 7. They are now 10 for 1.
The crowd says, you're out.
The funny thing is, I think Arshdeep was the one who was put there to try and get de Kock.
Right.
He's got some sort of.
Has he got a sort of hex over him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they don't need to worry about de Kock any longer because he has gone, bringing to the crease this man.
Ryan Rickleton, up and comer. Ryan Rickleton, he got the winner.
Who can also be absolutely brutal when he gets going.
He can, but he's got to face up to Bumrah. Could be pretty brutal with the ball, as we know. 1 for 6 in his first over, 1 ball remaining. And what have we got? 4 men in the covers, a slip, a square leg, a mid-on. And in comes Bumrah over the wickets of this particular left-hander. And he thinks he might have... Did you think he got a little edge there? No.
He looked semi-interested, I would say.
He was waving at somebody, it seemed. Anyway.
No, I think he was saying no.
Oh, okay.
after semi-appealing.
Okay, let's see whether Richard has managed to decipher the...
Oh, there's lots of good news here, lots of social activity.
Excellent.
I'll see what I can squeeze in. Okay. I'm pretending that South Africa is Australia. Come on, Aussie, says Lockie V1 or the Lockie 6. Ice Cream Forever says classic Bengali man. And there's no reason to be so angry. I assume that's directed at Ninja. So I think this is a super chat because it's highlighted in blue.
That's
Jay
right.
Grover says, because India is the best sweary man ever.
He is. Break off on that for a moment as Arshdeep starts his second over and Markram plays a flashing drive out to square cover for a single.
Well, Bear will be very upset with that one.
Oh, yeah.
I do not want to displace him.
But the thing about that isn't
swearing.
I mean, we expect it from the Bear because let's face it, he's as common as muck, and you're upstanding gentleman compared to the Bear. I hope he's listening. I'm still looking for Bumrah's jingle. I've now unearthed India v England ODIs, and he's not in there either. Arshdeep in, bowls to Rickleton, who plays that nicely up to mid-off and quickly spots that he can get through for the single up to Shivam.
One thing I learned in Canada, or was constantly reminded of, is that bears, speaking of bear, should be hibernating at this time of year.
That's probably why we
see him now. No.
That's why we struggled to actually get on air this morning, because he was a bit sleepy.
Yeah, especially if they stayed up late for the Ashes into Christmas time.
It's been a while though.
Indeed. Here comes Arshdeep.
He might still be having nightmares. That's a different matter.
To Markram. Ball just shaping ever so slightly into the off stump. Plays it on the up, but nothing more than a defensive push up to mid-off. There is no run. I cannot find... Where have all the Bumrah jingles gone? Which sounds like a song in itself. Where have all the Bumrah jingles gone? Can't find any.
Bear could have been an Indian in another life, because under all circumstances he thinks England will win, as all Indians do.
Well, I think England will win.
No, they think India will win.
Arshdeep in. Oh, he's driven that in the air. It can be caught. Oh dear. It's a disastrous start for South Africa. It either comes off or it doesn't, and on this occasion it hasn't. Comfortable catch for Pandya, straight to him, straight into the breadbasket at mid-off, and Markram and de Kock, two of the players that South Africa would have wanted to be there for a good few overs, have gone, and they are 12 for 2. Richard, your thoughts?
Just having another look at the replay because I was fiddling about in YouTube comments. Yeah, that looks actually very familiar from some of my dismissals in club cricket. I just spooned it up to mid-off with no real plan for a shot, sort of about 3 possible executions going through his mind and not committing to any of them, and an absolute dolly there in the covers.
Does it look like the ball's stopping on them? I just think it's playing fine, the surface so far.
I don't think so. I just think, you know, this happens so often in T20 cricket, doesn't it? When it comes off, you get that impetus amazing. And it looks amazing, and sometimes it doesn't. And he's found the fielder, and of course that hit across the line from Decott wasn't great. It does mean that Brevis is coming to the wicket, and I will try and find his jingle as well. I've just found Bumrah, or I found a Bumrah.
Maybe you should just wait for Bumrah to come back on before you play it.
Well, yeah, now I'm going to go and have to look for it again. I can't find Brevis. It's a nightmare.
At least 2 of us are looking at other screens rather than the cricket at the moment.
This is true.
And India, it's on you.
Indeed.
It's all good.
Arshdeep then into Brevis, and Brevis forces out through the offside. Man is coming around. It's Rinku Singh. He's really rapid out there. Okay. And if they thought there was a second run there, they were quickly discouraged by the fielding. So single to get him off the mark. And this is really slowing them down in the power play, isn't it? I would say, having you'd hope
losing wickets always.
Yeah, totally. And it's.
But Sri Lanka know that.
They certainly do.
They lost what, 5 in today's power play?
It was 5 in the power play. Wow. I think Arnav was saying he couldn't remember that many in a sort of T20 power play. 5 wickets. Arshdeep in, down the leg side, swivelling Rickleton has put it deep into the crowd, helped it on its way. It's the first one of these of the match.
Damn!
It's gone very, very deep into the crowd, but that's still only 78 metres.
I was just thinking, they haven't bowled many bad balls, they haven't given any width, and then there was that one which sort of started on the hip and went a little bit further down leg, and all it needed was helping on its way. So full marks to Rickleton for exploiting that. We have a super chat which we could squeeze in between overs, I suspect.
Go ahead, go for it. Speak.
It is from Jake Grover.
Jake Grover again.
Asher's driving test failures now make sense, and I think that is a reference to my book, The Road to Inaminka, written under the R.A. Dulkey pseudonym, which has a lot to do with driving cars and trucks and occasionally failing a license test. We also have a listener from Guyana, Anthony Cato, listening from Guyana. I think India's got this, he says.
So that's a pretty quick call.
That's a cool. First ball is defended. Second ball after this jingle.
Another Monty Bumrah. Oh, you're bowling again, aren't you? Oh, I thought as much.
I found him in the India test basket. Bumrah into Brevis, and he tucks it away with quite good timing to the right of mid-on, who moves around a couple of steps to field, but they get through for the single.
Well, high-quality cricket things should be in the test basket.
This is true.
Apropos Red Bull, may I just quickly say congratulations to the Lions of Johannesburg for winning the South African 4-day competition in a scheduled 5-day final that ended in 3 days on Friday.
Ah, right.
They defeated the Warriors, which is the Port Elizabeth/Gqeberha team.
Easy for you to say.
Well, I studied at school, didn't I?
I wouldn't attempt it. Bumrah to Rickleton. Oh, was that a slower ball? He seemed to have to wait for that one. And,
it was very slow.
Tucked it up to mid-on. interesting to see what the actual speed of that was. But as ever,
ball was
they're not
floating in the air.
Yeah, it did seem to be, didn't it? It did seem to be. It's not a bad move against Rickleton because he just does like to go hard at the ball, doesn't he? 20 for 2.
There's a lot of social coming in. I can never hope to match Messi's progress, but I will try and find the best for the limited time between overs. Working on it as we speak.
Neatly tucked to mid-wicket by Rickleton. Won't get a run. Straight to the field.
Well, you can do it between balls as well, Richard.
When there's quicker bowlers
there's a
on,
lot coming in.
if you can grab a quick one or two, that'd be great.
Right. Problem is I haven't mastered having 2 screens, so I have to actually jump tabs to see whether there's a ball being bowled or not.
Oh, I see.
Should have set
That is
myself up
tricky.
better.
That is a bit tricky.
But you can use your phone the next time for the socials.
That can help sometimes. If you can read your phone without the glasses. Bumrah, outside off stump. He tries to get that through. The covers half fielded and fielded well enough to discourage Rickleton for going through for the single.
Well, Richard's a young man. I'm sure he can.
Oh, I'm a young man, but I'm actually I'm a middle-aged man with the mind of an 85-year-old. I'm not very good at the old smartphone, to be honest. I'm very much a laptop person.
Oh, yes, you're an analog man.
I'm an analog man to some degree.
Me too, to some degree, yeah. We've setting up. Tell us about your group sometime as well. Bumrah is coming in to complete the over to Rickleton, and he's bowled him another clever, slower ball.
Yep.
And he's completely trapped him. He was trying to turn it on the onside. It wasn't there. He got a leading edge, looped up absolutely perfectly.
I'd hate to get that ball
to mid-off. Beautiful bowling. And the simplest of catches to Shivam. It's all going horribly wrong for South Africa. They're now 20. Would you believe it? 4-3.
And
5 wickets. Well,
ignore that. That says 5 wickets. I should have played that for Sri Lanka this morning. Richard.
in some better news, I have, thanks to a tip from Sutuhu, managed to get the pop-up window going here, which means I can sort of keep half an eye on the screen, and I can see that Ryan Rickleton is leaving the field still after scoring 7 off 7, so I can maybe read a couple of things for you. Gareth Davies says, "Hey guys, thanks for the coverage." Must be Welsh with a name like that. Wow, the Sri Lanka game was T20 class. Any par score here?
Well, from 20 for 3.
The score, the first innings successful average score is like 192 or something here.
Yeah, it's gonna have to go a little bit, aren't they? But they have got David Miller at the crease, and he can be destructive. But he's kind of got to play a slightly different game, maybe. Yeah. It's the end of the over, 2 for 7, and this is Chakravarti into the attack. A bit of spin. First ball to Brevis.
It's unusual. He normally doesn't bowl during the power play.
Well, there you go. This is how confident India are feeling. A single to Brevis. I'll go and hunt down. I'm going to stalk. I'm going to do a bit of jingle stalking to find Chakravarti. I'll be back with you shortly. Yeah, simple catch that. it was beautifully bowled. I mean, with Bumrah, he's so skiddy, he's so accurate, gets the ball to move, to then get a slower ball thrown into the mix. It's going to cause you problems, as this one does to Miller, as he plays a sort of lightly wafty stroke outside the off stump to Chakravarti, who's now switched around the wicket.
Varun Chakravarti really is one of the most difficult bowlers in the world to face at the moment.
Yeah, he's tremendous, isn't he? He's very difficult to read. He's got to slip in. He bowls to Miller. Miller drives. Didn't really time it. It's got it through, and it might just have enough legs on it. No, it's pulled back in. I think it was Tilak Varma out there that did the fielding.
Yeah.
And he's got fantastic hair, hasn't he? 2 runs to Miller. 23 for 3.
Yeah, hair. I desperately wish I had. Any hair.
And India, Jay Grover's asking, why is an India in a David Lynch film? Does that mean anything to anyone?
Well, I know David Lynch is. Is it the sort of the weird colours behind him? They're sort of.
That's possible. It's probably because of the blur. It's a painting, so.
Oh, now Miller pushes hard at that one, and it turns, and it's found the outside edge. Chakravarti will feel he's beaten him all ends up really, but the result is that Miller's got a boundary, 27 for 3. He's double jointed, isn't he? That was incredible. The wrist literally bent right over.
Yeah.
That was extraordinary. 27 for 3, 2 balls remaining, and Andy's getting ready. Miller decides to try and go over the top, and he does it pretty well. That's going to bring him a more orthodox 4, a more intentional 4. He goes to 10 from 4, and it's 31 for 3.
Nice clean hit from Miller there. That's hopefully a sign of things to come if you're a South African fan, the way he cleared mid-off. Not by a long way, but if that's the start of things to come.
Varun in again, and I feel like he missed out a little bit there. It was a tiny bit short, chopped into the offside. Again, it was the man with the lustrous hair and beard doing the work. At the end of the 5th over, 1 to go in the power play. India having... been put into the field by South Africa. South Africa batting effectively on 31 for 3.
Well, I think we do our change. See you guys soon.
See you later. I will talk. Let's see what we've got. Extro Fluffo says, well, hey, double header. True. If you're a cricket fan, today is heaven sent for you.
Lots of sport today.
Yeah, and whoever's taking over socials, I won't say what the latest comment is because they're flooding in as fast as I can say it. So good luck.
Okay, well, expect this one to be busy on the socials. South Africa are at least lining up for the best batting power play so far today, but that is not saying very much. After England's was bad and Sri Lanka's was even worse. Anyway, here comes Arshdeep again, left arm over, punched through the gap by Brevis. Both fielders point towards deep backward point, as if to say field the ball, and he will go, oh shit, I didn't think of that, and he does. So Ishan joins us. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good.
How are you feeling about this start to the game by India?
I mean, I didn't expect it to go this way, I'm not gonna lie. It is what it is.
Okay, unexpectedly happy then, we can say.
For sure, but like I'm not taking anything out of consideration. I mean, we really thought that like Sri Lanka would win after the
well, we even did here, as even having a foot in the England camp, we thought we were well under the cosh there, but a quite dramatic batting collapse and some good bowling from England, to be fair. And Sri Lanka plummeted to 45 for 5 and never recovered. Miller clips that one into the leg side. He should pick up an easy single. And now we have Gautam Gambhir saying something for some reason, although he is India's head coach, so I suppose that's a reason enough. Fortunately, we can't hear what it is.
Yeah. I don't want to call Arnav out here, but then he did tell me that he wasn't feeling good about this game. So.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, South Africa is the only other team I think can challenge India in this tournament, so that's why.
Well, they can put them to bed here, but that doesn't mean they're out of the tournament. They could meet again in the final. Arshdeep is in once again. Clumped into the leg side by Miller, and it does beat the fielder. Might have to have another look at it to see if it was just wide enough. Maybe it's one of those where you might think an exceptional piece of fielding might have got there, but that one didn't. We'll give him Jingle first. Yeah, he did dive over it a little bit.
A bit of a lazy effort. Could have slid before the jump, I think.
Maybe you could have just given that an 100% effort. Maybe it was 95. He doesn't get I don't know how Suryakumar Yadav will react to that. He seems like a more amiable captain than Virat Kohli, but that doesn't mean you can get away with being lax. It is going to be a wide. I think I'd rather play for Yadav than Kohli, don't you? But I play a less pressured style of cricket than... No,
I'd 100% play for Kohli.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. You don't mind giving us spray if you make a mistake?
I thrive under that kind of situation. Honestly.
Okay, everyone's different. Yeah.
kind of same, but then I don't know. I just prefer that aggression. Right, I feel like that kind of aggression is more. I mean, I feel like his mentality is always a lot better than most of the players that have come and played the game. So,
yep, he tries. I get that. He tries to pull them up to his level, which is very high, and that's a nice shot from Miller. But it's also a little bit of a
poor fielding,
lackadaisical piece of fielding. Yes.
Oh, was the
There's
captain?
not
I
one
think.
boy for me. I must have 2 or 3. I need 4.
Well, he can't point the finger at anybody else that time because it was him. Let's have a look. He seemed to almost just go down on one knee rather than dive. Yeah, that's actually not very good.
I think because of the practice pitches, don't you think? That
it will have
come up to the dive.
Will have come on quickly for him, but that's why they've got those big tubes on their arms. It's at least partially to protect against that. So India just a little bit lax in the field, and that's letting South Africa, and particularly David Miller, who's on 18 off 8, get some impetus here. Arshdeep will be disappointed with the fielding this over. Yadav does stop this one, although it bounces off him. And 41 for 3 with 1 ball to go. You're still going to say it's India's power play, aren't you?
Well, they have scored runs, so yeah, 3 wickets and 3 really explosive batsmen at the top. But now they've got even more big hitters to come. So
they got
it's
depth.
still in the balance, I would say.
They got depth, South Africa. Yep. And this is certainly their best over of the power play. 41 for 3. The opening game of Group 1 of the Super 8s. And Miller defends, back to Arshdeep. Thinks about throwing it at the stumps/batsman. Lobs it back to the wicketkeeper instead. And who's on social here, guys? Is that?
I think it's
That's
Ishan.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me. Well, Loki says something that I feel like is a good way to start on. Says it's a slow pitch, yes, but 3 wickets is too much in a power play. Best time to score on this pitch is in the power play. In the middle overs, the pitch turns even more slower.
Yeah, it's generally the case. Yep.
Well, even Bat to the Bone says batting has been poor in both games.
Yeah, it wasn't a great display in the first game at all.
But then, like Arnav just said, they also have a lot of power hitters left to come, so I wouldn't really take
right
it
up till
away
Bosch.
from them. Yeah, I wouldn't take it away from them.
The nominally determinative.
To be honest,
Bosch.
even Keshav Maharaj can hit a few sixes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you can probably count him as well.
I think we're having a little drinks break. They can't get through 20 overs without 2 drinks breaks. Old man yells at
Crazy.
Cloud.
Well, maybe we can have another debate going on because Bragg Jan, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced the name, says India will dominate the short game for decades to come. Only Test cricket is their weakness.
Well, decades are a long time. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a big claim in both areas because, I mean, we're not going to be that bad in Test for too long. Trust me.
The same that way. It also depends on what kind of selection happens there. I feel like even the selection has to be on point for each format.
I feel like Test cricket's almost a broken game at the moment in that the home team has such an advantage.
True.
That is the case. Well, back to the bone again, saying India can have baseball ODIs and Tests are better.
Well, we'll soon see. We're focused on the T20 World Cup at the moment, and certainly any team who, like England, can get off with a win in the Super 8s is in a very good position to get to the semi-finals. Because basically, I mean, I know funny things can happen, but basically you need 2 wins out of 3. Although the presence of Zimbabwe in this group, they may get a wild card win against someone. You know, if you'd feel hard done by if your game against Zimbabwe was rained off. That would probably be a bit unfortunate. As well as they've done, they're certainly going to be the underdog in this group. It is
we got someone saying Alex Dimi, and I'm so sorry if I mispronounce it, saying India will now win the T20 World Cup.
Okay.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll certainly see. I mean, once you get to the semi-finals, it's all knockout, and you can be 70% to win a game is a lot, but when you square that, it's less than 50% to win both games.
I'd want to answer that question with another question. Fair enough if you don't think India will win, but then who else?
Who is? Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah. Okay.
I don't see any other team winning it. It's mostly just like a yeah.
Well, let's see if we can find Washington.
Same consensus in 2023, and
Yeah, essentially, yeah. It's
Well-
hard to find another team who will win right now.
I would say that team's New Zealand.
Okay, interesting. They're certainly in the other group, which is the start. Anyway,
I feel
have
like
a
them
change of
drawing
bowling.
yesterday really did out.
something with like that. So it turns out that you are looking at Washington Sundar.
And he very kindly pulls out of his action so he could more or less finish his jingle. He,
It's all written.
he certainly comes down from a height. Washington Sundar is very tall for a spin bowler. And Brevis, who hasn't faced many balls, just the 5, is going to face up. Oh, he pulls it down. It's a good shot. Is he going to get that through the gap? He is. So not a good start for Washington. It was very good placement, and it was cracked away to maximum effect. Well,
That was
you know
really
what I mean.
My innings going, great guns. I hit the ball, 4 runs. I hit the ball and it went for 4 runs.
Certainly puts you on the defensive as a bowler when you start off with a loosener like that. It's a luxury you don't really have in T20.
That was really poor length
Stop
bowling
over.
at that shot.
Yeah.
First
Just
ball of
missed
the
up
over.
over.
Yeah.
So let's see what he does with this one. Yeah, it's better. Iron into the off stump and played back. I spoke this morning about Jacks getting hit through the offside and then overcompensating through to the leg side, whereas you saw with Bumrah, he bowled a full toss to De Kock, I think, and then bowled a beautiful ball the next ball. He wasn't, he didn't go too short just because he bowled a full toss, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
That one's clipped into the leg side. They'll amble through for 1. Oh, we lost our picture. Get our picture back. It's coming back, more or less.
There it is.
But South Africa, once again, the consolidation overs are not misnamed in this particular instance. Ground is absolutely packed, a sea of blue, as you would expect.
I think the crowd is still coming in. You probably will see it fully packed, like even the upper 2 tiers packed.
I mean,
in
it's a
few
big old
overs.
stadium, isn't it? It was a big new stadium.
Yeah.
100,000 capacity.
Yep, and it's can't see too many empty seats. Back again, Miller cuts, but that will be safely out to deep point where Rinku does the fielding. And we are indeed entering a phase of the game where South Africa are just going to try and build a little bit of a platform here and try to get north of, what do you think, 170, maybe a bit more? I mean,
200. This is a proper batting wicket, so 200 would be.
I mean, there are
awesome.
2 separate questions: what you should aim at from the start of the innings, and what can you get from here. But Miller punches that one into the offside, and I'll pick up a single. They are only going about 7 and over at the moment, and as we saw this morning, those wickets in the power play can really cut down the scoring rate as well. It's kind of a double whammy. Washington's going to come into Miller again. I thought he was winding up for that one, where he has hit it very
Good
cleanly,
shot.
and long off can't get there. I wouldn't really blame him. He hit that very well.
Really
Yeah, very well
promising
played.
strike.
So Washington went for a boundary off the first and the last ball of that over. It went for 11 in the end, so it's a good one for South Africa.
Well, Shooter has a prediction here. Says the team that wins the toss on the final will win the game.
Well, they'll generally be 55-60%.
Also depends where the final is.
Is it not fixed for one particular place?
I'm not sure, because if Pakistan make it to the final, then it won't be played in India.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking that as well, because usually for the finals they have ticketing systems that start from way before the
So
tournament.
it's either Colombo or Ahmedabad, I would say. It's only 2 options. It's not like there's multiple options.
Well,
2 is.
can Colombo handle an India-Pakistan final? It's security-wise.
Oh, well, Garrett Davies with a compliment for us. Thank you so much. Great commentary inside watching it live. Do you think 7 per over is enough? Really not.
Not yet. Not
Definitely
over the whole innings. Given losing 3 wickets, it's a platform for the moment. It might be a slightly shaky platform.
I think Miller's done really well so far.
Yes.
Hit
You
some
don't want to get him
boundaries.
up and running, because I feel like he's one of the most dangerous people when he goes up and running.
Yeah.
Just probably want to get him out as soon as possible.
I think now will be a challenging phase for South Africa, because Hardik he can be really difficult to navigate with his length.
Well, it is the man who had the same trick played on him by the India team as Will Jacks did by England. We're all going to go blonde. See you tomorrow. In he comes. Likes to bang it in. That one is more on length. And a play up to long on for a single. And this is his jingle.
And in breaking news, Hardik Pandya.
I know. They're not quite footballers, the cricketers, in terms of the number of tattoos they have, but as some of them do, and Hardik's got some very strange tattoos on his neck. They look like paw prints. Surya's got something that looks more like characters. I don't know if they're Sanskrit or Japanese or what.
Ishan has got a lot of tattoos as well. Ishan Kishan.
Certainly a few of the England guys do. Maybe not as many as in Jade Dernbach's day. Probably had more in his own body himself. Hardik is in. And that's a funny shot from Miller. He didn't move his feet at all, which is not unusual in T20. He just kind of jabbed his bat down on it and scooted it out to cover. Hardik doesn't look entirely fluid the way he's walking there.
I remember we were discussing the last game as well. I think there are very few Indian players who don't have tattoos.
Right, okay.
Washington.
I think it's... I mean, I think it would be cooler as a young person not to have a tattoo now, because you know everybody's got one. That's what I would think. That's what I would think.
I have one as well, but thank you.
Hardik's in again. Length ball. He's been bowling a good length. That one is again. Miller settles for punching it up to long off for a single. Into the 8th over. 54 for 3. South Africa try to...
Surprising there's not many catchers inside the ring in the initial deliveries for Hardik. Maybe once, if South Africa get the ball over the infield, then you can push a fielder back. But it's a bit of a conservative approach, I would say, from Surya.
Yep. Well, I still think Hardik is more of a bowler you're trying to sneak overs in from than a real front liner, although he certainly can take wickets. That is the short ball that we know him for, and it's well bowled. Goes over the shoulder but not over the head, so it's not a wide.
He did open the bowling against Pakistan though.
He was opening the bowling for a while, yes. Only as well directed, 'cause it's only just below the top of the helmet. Very short, a bit tennis ball bouncy.
Ooh, that's a close one.
I think Brevis just wide. Ducked under it a little bit. Just a little bit, and that's saved the bowler. Only 2 runs off 4 balls so far.
There.
Albie Morkel, yeah. Hardik's in, length again, and once again playing the default option of just playing that ball up to long on, long off, taking a single.
We've got the one brother, Albie Morkel, coaching South Africa, and the other brother coaching India.
Oh, that's interesting. I did wonder if Morne Morkel was still...
Is India's bowling coach.
He's been India's bowling coach for quite a while, hasn't he?
Yeah. This is a bit of a battle in the family as well.
That's quite interesting.
I remember seeing him on TV in the India versus Namibia match, and I was getting confused of if he coaches India or not. Kind of confirmed it for me.
I think I read in an interview somewhere that their mother was torn between the 2 teams because of them.
Yeah, it'd be difficult. Played into the leg side and get a single. It's not totally uncommon. Grant Flower was Pakistan's batting coach for a while, and of course Andy Flowers has taken any number of coaching roles. Trying to think of any other examples. Perhaps our YouTubers can think of any without cheating.
Greg any in Chappell?
I'm sure they did a bunch of coaching. Wasn't Greg Chappell famously antagonistic India coach? They didn't get on with him.
Yeah.
Well, we got Arnold in the comments saying, oh well, hopefully we'll do better in the 50 over World Cup. This always happens. We look unbeatable in the group stages and then immediately get knocked out of the tournament in our next game.
Who's he talking about?
India.
Oh, really? It's a bit, bit early to go pessimistic.
That did happen in the 23 World Cup, didn't it? We were unbeaten throughout. We won every single game and then got the finals and got our ass handed.
Varun is back.
I think
that one is punched out to cover. I don't think there's any reason to be for doom and gloom just yet from India.
I think India would probably even arguably play better when it's not a home World Cup, because as we know, Cricket World Cups at home is more pressure than playing away. A lot of captains in the past have said it as well.
It can be. I think it worked well for England.
What
No, no.
a
Big hit. Miller opens the shoulders. There is no doubt where. That's only a question of which stand it's going into. And really just opened the shoulders and picked Varun up there.
2, 4, 6.
And he put that into his slot, really, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely, into his hitting arc. It's a long hit, 95 meters.
That is a big one, yep.
Straight out the middle. It's interesting to see how South Africa are targeting Varun.
Yep, see if he does it again. No, just pops him into the leg side for one. It might get two, probably not. What is it they used to say about Miller? If it's in the arc, it's out of the park. Something like that.
Yep, into the arc and out of the park.
You can see Varun in these replays having a lot of success against right-handers, but of course he's bowling against the left-handed Miller now. He's got a lot of wickets.
Bit of a strange one. You still have Washington, who could bowl to Miller, an off-spinner.
Well, they do have the left-right partnership, but Miller is certainly the more destructive of the two, at least at the moment.
Yeah.
Brevis is just really picking up the singles and giving him a strike, and why not? And he's going to do that again out to deep point. We might get two. Oh no, he's got four for that.
Oh, it's a four.
That showed me very good placement. Put it wide, fine of the man at deep point, and he'll pick up four. And this is really where you can get your innings going. If one man's blasting it and one man's just popping singles, then the second guy starts hitting some boundaries, you can do some damage.
Is it just me, or should he have dived for that? And he could have
I think it was a little bit away from him. I think certainly saw.
And the outfield is lightning, so
that might be what's fooling us a little bit. We've had one or two where he thought we might have dived. Now,
that's a six.
Brevis has gone straight down the ground. Has he gone far enough? Yes, he has. Very good shot.
You just know when his head is down and he doesn't look at the trajectory. That's a six.
Yeah.
That's his trademark shot.
6.
Well, this is something for Sky to think about.
Just look at that head position. So still.
He's bowling it right in the slot. Like he's giving them an avenue to just open up their shoulders, probably take a step down and then hit it. I don't know what's going on.
Well, he's gone for 15 this over, and he's got to get out one more ball to get out of it. Or is that 16? 17? 6, 6, 4.
17.
17, yes. Maths is hard. But suddenly swinging this partnership, which is already 53 off 30 balls, is swinging it back South Africa's way, and at the risk of attracting ire from the commenters. I'm pleased only because it might be a more exciting game if it's more in the balance. Varun goes back round the wicket this time, and that's effective enough. In fact, he'll keep them to a dot ball as Hardik picks it up on the 45. But a very good over for South Africa. They are 73 for 3 off 9 and clawing their way back into this.
Oh, we got a super chat from
Okay.
Jay Grover.
Let
Big
me
5
just
pounds.
give him a quick jingle.
YouTube comments were not getting a mention. Too many lonely folks needing some attention. You post your super chat and then you pay the price.
That's the spirit.
I have tattoos, but why Hardik wants to emulate a house cat walking in ghee on his neck, I don't know. Does he want to be swatted?
Yes, that's what I can't. Well, why he's just got paw prints on his neck, I don't know.
As long as it gives him attention in the papers, I think he'll do whatever he wants to.
I don't think he needs to tattoo himself to do that. I think he gets plenty anyway.
Yeah.
Plays that one up too long on. Hardik is going to continue. I hope you're not too disappointed by the Sheffield Derby, Jay, which Sheffield Wednesday won 1-2.
Did they?
No, they didn't. It's a joke. The joke is Wednesday are so terrible. I was expecting.
It's been so long, yeah, that's why I got confused.
No, the joke is that they're so bad. I thought United would win 6-0. So it was almost to be only 2-1 is a win for Sheffield Wednesday in my book.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
I shouldn't laugh there. It happens to a club sometimes. But you've got to laugh a bit. Anyway, back to World Cup cricket, which is perhaps slightly more important than Championship football, though I might debate the point. Certainly are a few in here who would agree. Tony. Hardik is in, played into the leg side. They're going to try and scoot through for 2 here. I think maybe they could have got them, just a moment of hesitation, didn't quite get back for those. Good piece of fielding.
It feels like Rinku's everywhere. He's fielding the ball in backward square leg, and then he's at deep point, and now he's at what was that, long off?
Yep, nice to be involved. But now Brevis is joining the party. Both these batsmen around 150 strike rate, and doing well, taking South Africa up to the halfway point. And perhaps they can post 170, 180 here, and we'll have an interesting chase. Of course, you never can tell, as we saw this morning. We didn't think 140 would be interesting, but it was. And then it wasn't the other way. If you see what I mean.
Right? I'd say even a 146, or what did they make in candies? Not the worst.
It's below. We felt it was below par. There was a little bit of. It was stopping a little bit. Oh, I honestly think Sri Lanka batted so badly.
Yeah,
it's hard to
really
assess.
Poor batting display.
Hard to assess the wicket in their innings. They just seemed to completely lose their heads once Nissanka was out. Anyway, that's all in the scorebook. This game's live and kicking. Hardik's in again. Smooth run up and onto the hip, and it's tapped into the leg side. They'll look for 2 again. Not that time either. This is one of the larger grounds for boundary lengths, isn't it?
Seems like it, yeah. But then there was 1/6 that it seemed like it went into like at least 10-15 rows back, and it was only 80 meters.
Sometimes I'm not entirely convinced by the.
So it may be the case that the ground is big, but the measuring method might be.
Sometimes I think it's a little bit off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So South Africa were 20 for 3. They're now 76 for 3. In not much long later. Defensive choice, bowling well though. Hardik. Only 7 off 11 balls. He's been consistent with
his accuracy. He's really accurate.
Yep, he's bowling a lot of length balls. He's bowling a lot of top of off stump, and in all the variations, there's maybe something to be said for that sometimes.
It's kind of leaving the batters a bit stranded on the crease, not sure whether to step out, play on the front foot, or pull it on the back foot.
Yeah, that is the basic idea of bowling a length. Yes.
Yeah.
So the crowd having a bit of a synchronised clap, trying to get India going, trying to get Hardik going for this last ball of the over. Here he comes, length again, and just a single again. Well, and again, unless they get back for 2, they're looking for it. They are pushing that first one, but India just quick enough in the field to restrict them. So it's 77 for 3 off 10. I think we've got an interesting game. An interesting game brewing here. We're going to hand over to Jason. Oh, I'm staying on. Okay. Yep.
So it's just me. Oh, it's a no ball.
It is a no ball.
One more ball. Sorry, Jason.
That's the first time Hardik's blotted his copybook with the ball today. That gives a free hit. They can change the field because there was a single. He's overstepped just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit is enough. So, what's he going to come up with here? We've seen in recent years people get better at bowling against free hits and making it more difficult. There is Morne Morkel in the Indian dugout.
Would you reckon a Yorker outside off stump?
That's what they usually go with, though. Usually go with something like that, or a tennis ball bouncer that's never going to take a wicket, but that doesn't matter. He does go tennis ball bouncer, but it wasn't short enough. It didn't get high enough, and Miller clubs it over long on, baseball style. So that was a very expensive no ball from Hardik. And now, I might suggest South Africa have their noses in front.
The number of the day really hops and kicks. The number of the day is 6.
84 for 3.
Who the hell is Hardik? The guy bowling is named Cringe Fuckboy.
Is named what?
Cringe Fuckboy.
Oh, okay. An interesting name change from Hardik. Perhaps, again, trying to get more attention. I suppose it's been 4 overs, so we're having another drinks break. No, we're not. Anyway.
And then Arnaud again with saying the comment section is bizarre. I'm lost. Man, I have this social going on and I'm as lost as you are. So
well, yes, they do wander off on tangents sometimes. Bless them. Right.
Right, we're going to have a change of bowling here. It's going to be Shivam Dubé to bowl some of his bit of dob.
Whatever the doob with the dob.
You're chilling Doombe, treat the bowlers roughly. He's got the skills you need and he's right buff, really. He's hitting sixes, not making duck eggs. So take this guy on if you feel like getting ducked.
I had no idea
what the metrics are supposed to show there. I mean,
Oh,
first of all, what's a normalised scale of from
It's
0
like-
to 100?
It's like top trumps.
It is
fear,
top trumps.
Fear factor.
Anyway, here he comes. Oh, and that's a wide save by
Yes.
flapping at the ball that's way outside the advisory line. Gets a bottom edge and just chops it into the ground. And the man on the 45 trots round without really much effort to pick it up.
Yeah, it's one of those. I know you only have a split second to make a decision, but he made the decision that he thought he had a better chance of hitting it for 4 than taking the wide, which proved to be wrong.
But it was a very gentle loosener, a bit off pace.
I had no idea Dubé was 32. Doesn't seem to have been around that long.
Again, that's right over the advisory line. Full toss, slammed by Brevis straight to the man at extra cover.
Honestly, he's really got away with a couple there.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a good over already. Because
well, if he keeps bowling like this, they're going to line him up sooner or later.
But yeah, those two balls potentially could have gone for 4 each. So that's he's +8 potentially in the bank already before he starts dropping points.
So hopefully, from his point of view, he'll take advantage of that.
And again,
okay,
this is dire.
That was almost.
Is this slipping from his hand?
That was almost no ball off the strip. I'm not kidding either.
No, very wide.
Oh, we got a super chat as well again.
Okay.
Are we going to read it now?
Yeah, go on.
Jay Grover again with the big 2 pounds saying, Ishan, I am also lost and I comment in it a lot. So
Yes, lost in the maze of your own making.
And
that's your own doing, mate.
The interesting thing is that Dubé doesn't have to bowl. He's not required to bowl. He's the 6th bowler, and that ball is hit over extra cover to the man on the boundary. It's wide enough for the long off running around. They complete 2 for Brevis.
Well, they're probably thinking that Varun's been targeted quite successfully, so maybe they do need to sneak 1 in from Dubé, but it might be only 1 if he keeps bowling like this, whatever the figures.
I mean, it is military medium at that. It looks laboured as well. That ball is slammed down the ground, and the man who is at mid-long off has gone wider, and he's slammed straight past him on the straight side to go for 4, all on the floor. Lovely shot.
We saw a bit of this morning as well. Once you've made it clear that my plan is to bowl wide near the tram line and I'm not going to do anything else.
Yeah, where's your plan B?
Well, where's your change-up? Where's your something to make the batsman think twice?
I mean, he can't really have... Well, he could have a slower bouncer in his locker, but I mean, it'd be very slow.
Yeah, probably
and
slow
liable
enough,
to be tattooed
slow enough
out the
to
ground.
adjust, yeah.
Anyway, here he comes again.
Yep.
And it's another wide. It's it's definitely a plan, but it's not working.
It's not well executed, and there's no point the wicket-keeper trying to applaud that. Everybody in the world could see it was a wide.
Well, I think the applause is more for the...
Not being hit for 6. But it doesn't really count, because you've got to bowl it again.
Well, it's the... No, he's bowling to the plan. No, so he's... You just keep bowling to the plan, keep going to the plan. No, it's positive reinforcement of the bowler before he's... and that is a full toss. Is it going to be caught? No, there's nobody there, and it doesn't matter anyway, because it's well over the boundary for 6.
Caught by the crowd.
Well, that's turned into an expensive decision.
And he's
I think there's one more ball to come.
He's getting the disappointed silence of 90,000 people. He's going to
what
waze quite heavily.
What I want to see is them to go to Gautam camera now
Oh.
and see if he's
Gout cam.
see if he's chewing a wasp and curdling milk still.
Well, that's his usual expression. I mean, he does have resting bitch face. That's just gross.
Another full toss, and that ball is slammed to point. There is a man in the way this time, and so he goes away. They complete a single. That's the end of his over.
Straight up, I'm not exaggerating. No word of a lie. That is an over that is lucky to only go for 15.
Honestly, yeah.
And India
So we turned it
99-3.
around.
Yep.
Well, we got Gary Davies in the comments. Well, when Amrod was confused about the comments, well, he's here. Saying basically Jay runs it. He's our admin. Everyone else is a lower form of life if we
Yep.
exceed Jay.
That's how comment sections work yesterday. The admin is rules with a rod of iron.
I think I might be a bit too late for this, but there is a bat in Fluffo's kitchen. Maybe we should kind of help him out.
It says someone just opened a tin of dog food for no reason because I can really smell it.
Yes. I think it's the chat has long gone past the point of being moderated. So the point of a moderator is lost on it, I think.
Well, India are turning back to Varun. I'm not sure about this. They're trying to sneak these overs in, I think, but I think it's the wrong time because you've got two set batsmen.
Yeah, you need to take a wicket first.
I think they do. I think they'd have been better off bringing Bumrah, Arshdeep.
Round the wicket by Varun. That's
might have
chopped
got
and
that for
cut.
no, not quite.
Will they get 2 for that? They don't. It just hit just slightly too well and too close to the man at point on the boundary. It brings up India's 100 for 3 now.
Yeah, the grandees in the BCCI box aren't looking too happy either.
I think it is good to see South Africa like this, but then even they know that just a wicket is enough for them to turn the innings around completely.
They've got a bit of firepower still left in the hutch.
Yeah, but it's about the momentum, isn't it? I feel like they lost 3 early wickets. They're trying to build up momentum and build up form now. So the wicket is just exactly what India needs.
Anyway, over the wicket now, and that's another poor ball by Varun. He's thrown that wide of off stump, and it's so wide that Miller doesn't even look at it to try and flay it anywhere.
No, the batsmen are now dominant to the point where the bowlers are out of their zone. They're trying too many different things, except for Dubé, who's always trying the same thing.
That's a better ball, and the misfield doesn't help the bowler when the man at extra cover dives over the ball.
Captain again. Yeah, it is.
And it ball flashes away along the floor to the boundary. He can't get a break, Varun, at the moment.
Well, I'm sure I've been there many times, although I'm not a professional, but you're thinking about how you stop this flow of runs and then the ball comes at you and you go blur.
Surya again.
Yeah. two very happy men in South Africa shirts. But
amongst a sea of blue.
But they look Indian.
They do look very Indian.
Yes.
Short and pulled by Miller, but that's along the floor, out to the very peroxide Hardick.
I would say Jax has him beat just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe because his was probably a bit older by a couple of days. And the tone's gone off.
The roots have come out a bit, yeah.
But no, Varun's got away with one there for just a single.
Yeah, Sky's looking around.
He's gone for 35 off 15 balls at the moment.
God, that's a lot. Sky looking around and nobody's catching his eye.
Well, he's not catching anybody's eye. He needs to assert his authority.
Yeah, I did think it might be a bit more time for a Kohli touch just now.
Round the wicket, and that goes straight through Brevis and the keeper, and they run a bye on the sundry. It squirts out into the leg side, back of the handball, bit of bounce, and it's taken everyone by surprise.
Yep.
Not fielded cleanly by Ishan. Took the outside of his glove and back over the wicket by Chakravarti, and that's chipped down to long off. One bounce straight into the man's hands. No chance of anything more than a single there from Miller.
That's one of those where you
just
exactly you pop it and suddenly you're timing the ball better than you thought.
You think, oh my God, that might carry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, is there one ball to come? There's one ball to come from Varun's third over. Would he get a fourth? I wonder.
Well, they've got that one in from Dubé. I would put those two on the shelf personally for the rest of the innings.
Around the wicket, and that's down the leg side. Brevis had to go at it, but that's doesn't really have a need to. That's so wide.
I think if you are going to have a go at that, try to hit it for a boundary.
Yeah.
But he couldn't even reach it really.
He's going for the little fine tickle on the inside of the man on the 45, I think.
Over hasn't gone for. I mean, it's still gone for 10. It's just been untidy, too wide, so by. That might
and
be
that's another one.
Yeah.
It's, too much of an adjustment. That's bowled wide of off stump from round the wickets. That's very much
it's on
big angle change.
You look at this over, it's had 3 wides, a bye that's bounced off the keeper, and a ball's gone straight under the captain. It really is quite untidy from India.
Yeah.
And it's basics. It's basics. One batsman are playing well. Don't give them any extra.
That's better. They'll get a single for that. That ball is knocked into the mid-wicket area. The Bear will be fuming. And down to the man on the boundary. That's the end of the over. India on Nelson, 111 for 3 after 12 overs. What are the socials saying about this?
Guy Davies says Ishan has a tough job. We are okay in Chatland. We just prepare for the Bear. I see that. I can see it happening. Even back. Okay, so back to the bone has something to say. All those people, mainly Indians, should be worried. They talk like India are unbeatable. I will say this as an Indian myself. If any Indian says India is unbeatable, they're not concerned.
Well, I think India are now banking on their batsmen putting together a competent run chase for this, rather than their bowler defending a score.
Well, they've got to find...
South Africa are going to get a score here, I think.
They've got to find at the moment... Dubé's
got another over. I'm really surprised.
I'm surprised, yes.
Kill me already. Just bomb my campus already. I swear.
Now, is he going to do anything different? Look, it's fine to bowl 4 stock balls in an over, but if you can't bowl 6 same balls.
You need a change-up of some form.
Yeah, in T20.
Either a slower ball or a change in length. It's a slower ball, and it's got up in the air. Has it got enough? Nearly, but he's punched it over the line. He tried to keep it goalkeeper style inside the boundary, but that has just beaten the man, and it's gone for 6. Yeah, very much pace-off ball there.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it kind of worked because I didn't think he got all of it, and just too much for Washington, who's probably the tallest player in the team as well. Couldn't get there.
That's the reason why he's there.
Honestly, it looks like Surya is trying to force the issue by giving bowlers like these the ball.
He does go short.
That's gone in the air again. That one's coming in, and he's taken. Brevis has gone. He's gone for 45. The gamble has worked. Dubé has taken a wicket, and now they get a new batsman to try and stodge up.
Well, that was much needed for India because they were starting to look a bit ragged.
The crowd says you're out.
Well, it just does.
He got ridiculously lucky there, Surya, with that decision. I don't think Shivam Dubé was right.
You can see Brevis. He's absolutely fuming that he didn't tattoo that out the ground.
Rightly so. I mean, it does go to show what we were just saying, that just a change-up is better than what he was bowling before. And again, a sort of bark of relief rather than a cheer from the bowler.
He said, "Yes, get in."
Oh, thank God for that.
And Abhishek,
whatever you would say that's non-Christian.
Abhishek makes a contribution. He takes a catch.
Yep.
Will that mean that he then goes and blazes the ball all over the park?
Well, as we were saying, it's not the end of the South African firepower.
No. We have this man coming in who is not a bad man to come in at number 6.
No.
With Jansen
Stubbs to cheer Tristan for 8. He offers more for what he's paid. He can bat, bowl, and even keep. It's time that Stubbs he made the lead.
It's Tristan Stubbs.
And it is, and you know.
That jingle to him, you make his ringtone.
Let's not overlook that was a very good innings from Brevis, I think.
Yeah.
But slow start, but he got
he made
into
up
his
for
work.
He made up for it, and I think it was fine to start.
He was particularly severe on Dubé.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine to go 12 off 12, particularly when you're giving the strike to someone who is hitting the ball, and then catch up.
Dubé, whose run-up has increased by about 10 yards as a result of that wicket. That first ball is just punched very neatly by Stubbs down the ground, too long off, Tilak Fields, and Stubbs is off the mark. Sri Lanka and South Africa 180. Sorry, India 180 for 4.
No, South Africa 180. You're right the first time. Another no ball. So many extras and mistakes and silly things.
Giving gifts.
Yes.
That's with the extra 10 steps as well.
And a free hit as well.
You're right, actually. Yeah, he should have stuck to his original run-up.
Yeah.
Then we get Gambia Cam, who's chewing away and not happy.
A nest of wasps.
Dubé in his mind is just like, I have to do something to let them know that I'm making an effort.
Yeah, it's
if pace off is the requirement, then don't change a thing.
I think that's a very astute point. I'll come on to it in a second.
And wide and flayed by Miller. That's gone over, point for 6.
I mean, it would have been a wide and another free hit if he'd left it, but he decided, to hell with it, I'll just hit it for 6.
The number of the day really hops and kicks. The number of the day is 6.
And that is also his 50
His
of
50.
26 balls.
Okay, very good. Very good. And yeah, just going back to what you said there, Ishton, I think that was a very good point. Someone who's a great player will never do things just to sort of get noticed or prove a point or make it look like he belongs there. He'll just do what's right.
Yeah.
Whereas, someone who's not as confident will stretch a bit too far. Sorry, Jason, plays one up to long on for a run. Will stretch a bit too far and make a mistake as a result.
I mean, that was probably a little bit too wide to pull by Brevis, but no, he was going for the extra value shot.
Yeah, and why not? They have batting to come. There was no reason not to go for that one.
Quite easy to smash that through the offside.
He really
but
wanted
only gone for one.
He really wanted to probably baseball bat that over long on rather than try and pull it round.
Anyway, and I think Dubé was put off there by Miller, just moving very slightly at the crease.
I'm not sure he was. I think he just realised, oh shit, I'm going to bowl another no ball. Pulled out in time.
Misjudged the crease.
Surakumar can't count to 6. He's just confirmed that there's 2 balls remaining. 1, 2, 6 for 4, South Africa. It's on the hip of Stubbs, who just works it neatly into the leg side. Takes the single to get Miller on strike.
India must have a bit of a problem here. I was going to say before this over, because I wasn't expecting Dubé to bowl.
I wonder if one of their pace bowlers has got a little niggle.
Well, even if they don't, they've got to find 5 from Washington and Hardick, 4 now, which is maybe a couple more than they'd like. And as you say, if one of the openers does have an issue, that really could be a problem. It must be at least saving them for the death.
I mean, why else would you bowl this many overs of Dubé? And that ball is rising on Miller, who just flaps it into the leg side to wide, long on.
Honestly,
takes a single. That's the end of the 13th over. 1, 2, 8 for 4.
I can't find any reason why you would bowl Dubé another over there. And although he got a wicket, that one went for 17, and I can't say I'm surprised.
Well, Arnaud says this is looking much better. I think this was after the Brevis wicket. This is looking much better. Thankfully, we bat pretty deep. I still don't think we'll have enough. While our bowlers have been crap, the one positive is that Marco Jansen is India's daddy. Both? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
is he actually talking from a South African point of view?
I think
there?
he must
Indian
be.
Perspective. That's an Indian perspective.
I would say Jansen is probably a bit more dangerous at the top of the order when he's bowling than some of the than perhaps Arshdeep. But,
yeah, different kind of bowler. Yep. This is it.
Definitely offers more with the bat.
India have only got 3 overs from Arshdeep and Bumrah, and they must be saving those for the end. I mean, they don't want one of these guys bowling the 18th.
Anyway, we're going to have the lanky Washington to bowl again.
Yeah.
He went for 11 off his solitary over so far. He's round the wicket. And the ball is flat and quick and onto Miller, and who works it into the leg side. They take a single and brings Stubbs down to have his first go at taking down Washington.
Well, if South Africa just 10 and over from here, which is not exceptional, they will get 200. I mean, they have India's. What will give India some confidence is they have got 4 wickets. 1 or 2 more should slow South Africa down a bit. Miller, obviously the key, who hasn't been batting particularly well lately, but he's certainly come good today.
No, I mean, they bat down to, say, 8.
Jansen at 8?
No, Jansen next, and then Bosch.
Okay.
That's into the legs again, and Stubbs just works into the leg side, takes a single. But after that, you get Maharaj you can hit, and then Ungidi and Rabada.
Yeah, it's not the deepest lineup. It's it's not jacks at 7.
So no, if they get another wicket, then South Africa has to start thinking about managing their resources just a little bit. Ran the wicket by Washington. That's flat and quick. Pulled to mid wicket by Miller, and I think Washington's whole idea about this over is to get a single a ball
and get out of it.
Only get for 6.
Yep. But if these batsmen can actually pick up that quicker pace, I think they could put one of these into the stands.
I think the bowling is good enough for them not to really worry about too much in the batting sense. South Africa.
Well, they're not worrying about the ball spinning at the moment. It's again flat and into the pads, and flipped away by Stubbs into the leg side. And it's regulation singular ball at the moment.
Yep, well, India would be happy to get an over through for 6 or 7 here, just to reassert a little bit of control.
I think they're gambling on the fact that Stubbs is not going to want to go too big.
They just want to try and keep a lid on it till Arshdeep and Bumrah can bowl those last 3 overs.
Again, just dropped into the leg side off a ball that's quick through the air, and David Miller doesn't even bother to run this
No,
single.
he's certainly
He just
not going to
walks it.
He's not going to toss anything up here, Washington.
He's not in the match situation to.
It's not really his style anyway in T20.
Miller, actually, letting Miller go for a single is actually substantially below his strike rate against spin. So, in that matter, he's winning in this over.
Well, that includes launching Varun into outer space several times.
1-3-3 for 4 with the penultimate ball, and that is again another ball that's just worked into the leg side. But there's been about 5 balls this over. They've been worked in exactly the same way for a single. It's gone for 6. 14 overs are gone, and South Africa are 1-3-4 for 4.
Well, we got Arnaud again saying useless ice hockey fun fact. The Republic of South Africa has a national ice hockey team. Their stadium is the ice rink at Grand West Casino in Cape Town. They have to wait for all the kids to leave if they want to practice.
Well, they're not at the peak of the ice hockey world.
Well, they didn't make the Olympics, did they?
Well, it's not everybody's going to play ice hockey. It's a bit of a climate thing.
Well,
you can play it anyway. It just becomes much more expensive if you play it in a hot country.
Well, I was in Estonia a couple of weeks ago, and it's quite a big thing when Finland were playing Sweden. There was a lot of Finns and Swedes there, and they're all sort of looking at the TV with the ice hockey like we would be with cricket or football.
Well, I mean, USA-Canada is a massive ice hockey rivalry as well.
Yeah, I mean, if America can win this, it will be the biggest shock against a communist superpower since the Miracle on Ice. Didn't get my joke, did you? Well, it's not mine, I saw it on Twitter, but the joke is Canada is a communist country.
Well, compared to America, anything is a communist country.
That's exactly the point. I was reading a quite interesting post this morning. It says Canada does nothing but define itself as being not America, and that'll only take you so far. You actually need an identity of your own.
Well, their identity is based on being the nice America, but then it's defined in terms of somebody else, as usual.
Exactly. That's the point. Yes.
As we're having a drinks break, an advert
No,
break.
but that's a bit like America considering themselves a complete country of their own when their entire country has been built by immigrants, right? So.
Yes and no.
Well,
controversy.
It's a long break for something. I guess, did we? Oh, that's what they do now. Is they have their breaks at sort of 6 and 14. Yeah,
they do. To coincide with their periods, their consolidation period and their
I think you were saying in the green room, Jason, that in the Six Nations they've taken to putting adverts on in the middle of the game because there's so many stoppages.
Yep, they have.
Feels like the IPL.
No, when they have, when they know it's going to be a line out or whatever.
Right, we're finally going to be back, and it is going to be Hardik. He was presumably changed ends because he's kicking his marker around.
And he's gone to his HF sign on the floor.
That's you, mate.
Yeah, yes, I can see my initials. As we're watching Lakshmipathy Balaji with presumably the last time these two played each other in a ICC tournament.
I don't think so.
Apart
It's
from
just
the final?
I don't think so. It's just a notable game because it was won by one run with one ball to go.
Yeah, this was, it's in Colombo, that's why. So it's no.
Then this isn't in Colombo.
I think it's mostly just exactly. It's mostly just the fact there was Mornay Morkel being bowled, and there's Albie Morkel in there. They're hammering. Albie Morkel drops a peanut out of his mouth in a very uncoordinated way. Anyway, finally we're back to the cricket. Hardik is in, slower ball, past the stumps from Stubbs. He might get back for two here as it dribbles out to long on. No, just the one.
Just the one. There.
Oh, we got a super chat here, guys. You want to ring the jingle again?
Yeah, let's do it.
Super chat cash, super chat cash, super chat cash.
We got Jay Grover again with £2. Says nonsense. Love Andy, but he does not. But he does not half vex. I didn't get that.
It could have been anything I said. There could have been half a dozen things I said in the last 15 minutes.
Right, Hardik, 16 runs off 2.1 overs. Now, considering how well placed South Africa are, Morkel was looking slightly less than happy. And that's little dink that's very neatly done by Miller. I'm not sure that wasn't...
it's a bit more of an edge to me.
Yeah, but it went very fine and very fast past the man at 45, at the third man, and all on the floor to the boundary.
I know it's basically not possible, but it's one of those that seemed like it went even quicker off the bat.
Yeah.
4 on the floor, and one more 4 than the 4 before. That's what 4's are for, to get funky on the dance floor.
Some rueful glances by Sky and Arshdeep Singh there as that ball shot along the floor to the boundary.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well, you've got to play well at some point.
Yeah, South Africa are looking at 185, 190 here.
Hard in, that's slightly better lifting and caught Miller trying to get on the move and just slightly on the top half of the bat without really any timing into the offside.
Yep.
But there's wide open spaces there. There's easy enough to just drop it and take a single.
Interesting conundrum for the batsman. Do they wait for the last few overs, but they know that's going to be Arshdeep and Bumrah to be a little bit more difficult?
I'll be thinking that they've had the conversation and say, Miller, keep doing what you're doing. Tristan Stubbs go all out now.
Yeah, certainly is an option. Yeah.
No, you've seen enough balls now. You've got 6 off 6. You can. But no, he's just bunted the ball straight back to Hardik, who's stuck a hand out and grabbed it in his follow through. And there's a dot ball.
He's done pretty well, Hardik. A bit unfortunate with that boundary in this over.
Yeah, he's generally bowling controlling line and length, slightly rising, so it's hitting sort of
halfway up the bat. Yeah,
not in the prime part of the bat,
particularly in India where you get your middle
bottom
lower
heavy
in the bat. Yes.
Anyway, he comes in over the wicket. That's wide. Gives Stubbs a chance to put his hands through the ball and beats the man at extra cover. The man who's coming around on the boundary fields it but falls over, which allows him to get through for a second run.
I think they've got 2 anyway, to be fair.
Yeah, but it's a very comfortable 2 there now. That's what 8 runs off the over, 1 ball to come.
Going to have a change at the end of the over, take you through the rest of this innings.
Hendo will be coming in to replace you, I think. I'm still here, but changing roles.
I'm out.
And
out for now.
Ishan's out, and we'll have someone else coming in remoting. Last ball on my spell, short, just bunted into the leg side, pull shot, and they've gone for 2.
For 2 this time, you get there very comfortably.
Get there very comfortably indeed.
Hardik
is not happy.
I think he's right to be there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Anyway, set up very nicely for the last 5 overs of this innings. 144 for 4.
Have fun, guys. See you next innings.
Hello, Richard. How are you?
Hi. You're very small in my box now. This is Jason, right?
It is, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would need it. You're on my mini screen.
Are you on a 4-inch device or an effing 4-inch device?
I'm on my computer, but it's got the little the gallery of people partaking, and
Anyway.
the studio's particularly
and
small.
Here comes
anyway.
Hendo. He's going to come in with not only Samantha but a friend as well. His back must be really hurting him today.
Have you celebrated your 1-year anniversary with Samantha already?
Well, this is a recovery.
By whom?
Well,
as Varun continues, or returns, and it's slapped away outside off stump by Miller, which brings Stubbs back on strike. And I think it's been an interesting 10 overs since I was last on air. It was a great start for India. They bowled well, they bowled straight, and South Africa made the worst of that. But since then, India have been pretty shoddy, and South Africa have made a pretty good, taken advantage of that pretty well.
Yeah, 20 for 3, weren't they, I think?
Yeah, and then it went all the way to about 117 for 4 as Stubbs has a go at this one. I think it's the first time he's really opened his shoulders, and he's done a good job of it. Straight into the side screen behind the bowler for 6 runs.
It's not playing.
What's happened?
Yeah, Stubbs has obviously taken my advice to get on with it now and smash that one.
That's a good distance, 89 metres, isn't it? Straight, dead straight.
Fairly flat as well.
So he's now 16 off 10 as Varun comes in. This time it's just worked away into the space on the leg side by Stubbs, and will get Miller back onto strike. So now he's going along at more than a run. A ball is Stubbs. I think India possibly missed a bit of a trick to weasel in some dot balls ahead of that 6, because Stubbs is not in a great hurry to do anything more than nudge it around, and a couple of nuns were turned into 1s by bad fielding and 1s into 2s. Anyway, he's gotten going now by the looks of it. Miller's been going for quite a while already, but this time he has not succeeded in getting it over the rope at long off. He has got himself caught. He has gone for 63, 152 for 5, massive wicket.
So ended it completely, didn't he? Even said, such is the strength of the man, that it wasn't that far short of going for 6, but he completely toe ends that, gets under it too much.
You knew as soon as he hit it.
I think so. And it's
Washington.
No, it's Tilak.
Sorry.
Tilak out there at long overs to comfortable catch. So, that changes things a little bit, especially with potentially Bumrah to come back and bowl 2 overs. But Miller, he came in at a really difficult situation, didn't he? And has got 63 off 35.
Yeah.
And,
he's quite close to throwing his bat there, but I think he's more annoyed with himself than anybody else. But he's got them to a score.
Yeah, and he's not supposed to come in that early, really. So he's done a job. In a way, I was thinking it was a good thing, a blessing in disguise, perhaps, that him and Brevis came in as early as they did, because whatever happens now, South Africa will have something to bowl at.
But the question is, how well is Marco Jansen going to go now?
Yeah, I'm always a bit disappointed.
Very different personality. He can either be brilliant or useless.
This one he just goes back and defends. It is very much hit and miss with Jansen. Every time I seem to watch him bat, it's a miss, which is a shame because we know he has a good eye.
Would you like to go into the back room while I take over so that you don't jinx him?
This one is actually going down leg.
He's saying that he hit
Did he get that on it?
Well, he's saying so, or it was a flick of the pad.
Well, it's going to go down as a dot ball, so I think it was on course for a wide, but it hit some part of the batsman, and it's 152 for 5 off 16.
To Joint Music says, India will lose this and the next game also. That's a bold prediction.
Who says that?
To Joint Music.
Okay.
And it also says they'll be tested today if they are for real.
The joint music. That's what it is. Yeah, that's the Bears' favourite genre.
Shiny Knight loves watching Miller bat, but unfortunately now you're not going to watch him bat anymore today.
This is true.
India will win, says Arnold K. I agree, I'm extremely pessimistic about our bowling.
Well, this is a good time to be optimistic because guess who's back with figures of 2 for 7 and another 2 overs in his pocket, standing at the top of his run. The one and only. Stubbs understandably taking a moment just to set himself as Jasprit Bumrah gets ready.
Just the 2 for 7.
Here he is then, over the wicket. This one jags back in at the right-hander who just drops it into the covers and they'll top through for 1.
I think that's a very sensible plan by Stubbs. How do you best play Bumrah? Take a single and watch him from the other end.
Indeed, this man took it a while to track him down again.
Oh, you're bowling again, aren't you? Oh, I thought as much.
It's an interesting thing I was thinking about earlier. If you are one of these guys who, for hitting a 6, is actually relatively routine.
It's Bumrah to Jansen now, who goes back, no footwork, just steers it out into the offside. 1 run.
I suppose it's easy for me to criticise people getting caught on the boundary. But if you feel like you can clear the ropes almost at will, I mean, I was never one of those batsmen, but
I'd also like to know what it's like.
If you do, I suppose I can identify with that idea of going for it more than and that lack of caution to a certain extent.
Bumrah in once again, this time with Stubbs on strike. It's full, almost a Yorker. Stubbs keeps it out and they'll get another run into the covers. Plenty of singles flowing at the moment.
Stubbs did well actually to get a run from that because that was a cracker.
That's an absolute
keeps coming. It just kept coming, didn't it? And then to actually sort of not only get your bat down on it, but full face on it and squeeze it out into the offside where there's a little bit of a gap. That's really highly skillful, actually.
No, it's a good point. Full face and also slightly open so that it doesn't go straight back to the bowler. It's a lot to process when you've got Jasprit Bumrah rockets coming at you. Well done. Here he is again, this time to Jansen. It's the tennis ball bouncer. Umpire's unmoved, I think.
Yeah, you've got to get it up really high to get it to be a wide against Jansen, haven't you?
Yes.
He's unfortunately that he suffers from that in one respect.
Well, of course, South Africa would pretty much take not losing a wicket in this over. They've got 3 from it already. The yardsticks are very, very different, of course, when Jasprit Bumrah is bowling.
Yeah, they said play him off and then just tee off on Pandya. Well, I think that we might have seen the end of Pandya.
He's got 2 to come. Over the wicket to Jansen. This one is directed down leg side and full. Not his best. It'll be an easy single to mid-on.
Yeah, got the length right, more or less, but not really the direction on that one. Played quite well by Jansen, I would say.
Well, maybe it's going to be a middling T20 innings from Jansen where he stays around and it's neither a hit or a miss. Maybe today's the day.
He's the kind of guy who can get 40 or 14 balls, isn't he? He's that sort of hitter.
Particularly in the SA20. He seems to have 2 or 3 innings every iteration of that.
Last ball of the over. It's wide and full. And it's just dabbed out into the offside by Tristan Stubbs, who will take a single. That's 5 from the over. Bumrah's only got 1 more, 157 for 5.
Bad to the bone says India had the easiest pool. Maybe. Bumrah's a cheat code, says Lockie 6. That is Kif, says need over 200 for South Africa to have a real chance. I'm not so sure about
190 might be up there, but it's going to take something.
Lockie says this pitch supports fast bowlers like Hardik, Bumrah, not spinners like Varun or Washi. Well, it's just as well then that South Africa only got 1 spinner in their side, 1 frontline spinner.
Yeah, Maharaj. I mean, Markram. They are,
and he is quite quick through the air as well.
Yeah, they're pace heavy. South Africa definitely. They might think differently if they were playing in Sri Lanka.
So also back is Arshdeep now, stoking up for his final over. Stubbs on strike. Here he is, over the wicket, left arm. It's just turned off the hip. Should be 1 run. Yes, it is 1 run.
So if he bowls the 18th, Bumrah bowls the 19th, who bowls the 20th?
Well, I would say it's got to be Dubey.
I think
Dubey, because he's been such
Has
a
Hardik
good
bowled out?
bowler. I don't know. I'm being facetious. Cause
I think Hardik hasn't bowled out and he's got one over left.
Yeah.
Well, somebody will let us know. I think South Africa wouldn't mind if it's Dubey. Also very curious, India have bowled 2 very costly no balls, both of which have gone for 6 on the free hit. What's that going to cost? Anyway, it's launched by Jansen this time, not launched far enough. He is caught out at cow corner. He's got to go. It's a miss. He's only made 2.
Well, he hit it quite well. He just hit it straight to Rinku Singh, and he's a very fine fielder. That was meat and drink, really, for him. So it's just trailing off a little bit here, isn't it? Or tailing off a little bit here for South Africa.
The crowd says you're out.
It's a very much a T20 dismissal that. It wasn't a very good ball. It was going down leg side. You'd be mad to try that in any other form of cricket, really.
Well, not necessarily, because there would have been no one out there in
given the field you would expect in first class, you might try it, but in this form, it's a bit of a conflict.
So what they've lost now, 3 relatively quick wickets. So it's like 3 wickets at the top, 3 wickets in this acceleration phase, and now we're into the finish, allegedly. It's going to be... Bosch can give it a bit of a...
bash.
Indeed. Let me see if I can find...
Corbin Bosch rather than any other Bosch.
Let's see.
Like Tertius Bosch or his dad, or... What's the other one?
Ethan
Bosch, yeah.
I've got him. I'll do him in a minute.
After this ball then, Arshdeep around the wickets to the new batsman Bosch, who will just get 1. Let's jingle him up.
This is Jeremy Corbyn Bosch.
Spanish Bosch, Corbin ain't never give a fuck. You wanna sip to him, motherfucker, come try your luck. You can never hit him off his line. Slam with the bat, he's fucking fine. Bosch.
That's almost got as many swear words in it as the jingle that I opened the show with this morning, which is the new Bear slagging off Phil Salt jingle, and of course Phil Salt was pretty much the only batsman who got it over 50.
She'll have to look out with that one. This line and length from Arshdeep over the wicket. There'll just be 1 run to the offside.
Most swearing jingle was the one where Bear just gets bleeped out all the time talking with Ollie Pope.
Oh well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a warning between overs. I'll give you a quick rundown of the Phil Salt featuring the Bear Mog. So it's disinterested hand job featuring the Bear, and I'll play that for you in a minute. So if you've got anyone who shouldn't hear, or you're offended, you've got time.
Deep into Bosch. It's short and it gets the treatment it deserves. It is pulled away. There's a gap there, 4 runs.
Yeah, needed that, didn't they? Good shot. What are they looking at here, mate? If they can get to 180.
I was just thinking that's starting to look good, but after that boundary, got to target somehow 185 at least.
They agreed with you. The joint music agreed with you. Says this might be enough runs right here.
I don't know. It looks like a good wicket to bat on.
Lockie 6 says 5 off a Bumrah over is a win. I think that's probably true.
Last ball of Arshdeep's over and spell. This beats the inside edge through to the keeper, no run. So 2 overs left. It's 164 for 6.
Okay, now warning is given. You may be offended by this jingle, but if you're not, you might enjoy it. Here we go.
Terrible, Phil Salt. Fuck off! Get out of my fucking England side! Twat! Can't film now. Jesus Christ!
The Bear's always on top of it. Of course, Phil Salt 62 off 40 odd balls.
Yeah,
today.
the Bear, a good judge of horseflesh.
Well, I suppose 185 when Bumrah has to bowl one of those overs. I think that's tricky. Personally,
becomes a tall order, and Stubbs is on strike to him. Let's see what happens off this first ball. It's actually quite wide, chopped away through Puent.
He's abrogated responsibility to the other man.
To Bosch. Actually, I mean, it's kind of negative bowling, but quite clever,
Very
isn't it?
effective
It's that wide ball that is going to be a struggle to reach. And
and Stubbs is a guy who can hold up the end for what that's worth with 1 over to go.
But I mean, he's got so many variations, so he can suddenly whip one down straight that you can't really get across to that and give it everything.
Now, what can Bosch make of actually the low full toss, I believe it was there from Bumrah? Drops it into the mid-on region for 1.
Raj Patel says, South Africa have now lost 5 wickets for the 6 when Richard is on. I love you, Richard.
Well, you can have it because it's only T20 and I don't get emotional about that.
It's hard to. 62 off 40 is what Saul got. Jack's made 21 off 14 for England and then took 3 wickets opening the bowling. So he was man of the match.
Stubbs facing up to a short one from Bumrah. Just a short arm jab of a pull or another single. So similar to the last over, we're starting off with a string of ones.
Yeah, all he needed was a catch to have the full complete performance.
Absolutely, I think. Yeah, it's pretty good. West Indies, Zimbabwe tomorrow is your, it's the only game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Guerrilla cricket on at 20 past 1.
Yeah, there's one game a day apart from weekends now.
Yeah.
Down from 3 games a day for the first stage.
And suddenly there's a switch there from Bosch, who decides to give it an older reverse sweep to one wide outside the off stump from Bumrah. The net result of all that action is going to be a dot ball as it goes through to the keeper.
Yeah, I think he bowled it slower, didn't he? So even though he was winding up for the big reverse flap or switch, he didn't have the timing in the end. It's a bit early on the shot.
2 balls left of Bumrah, and then South Africa will be able to wave goodbye to him with great pleasure. This one is really full. Nice Yorker. There's nothing much Bosch can do with that. Bumrah fields.
Well, hang on. They're going for it. They think this is a catch. It was taken on return by Bumrah with one hand, and I thought it was a bump ball. I think Bumrah thought it was a bump ball, but his captain
Sky has said, I'm going to review that.
I think I'm interested in that, and so it has gone. It's an umpire's review. So that's a slightly different one.
Well, let's see. Is this just a captain trying to justify his salary?
Could well be. Here we go.
Does he have a point?
Oh, maybe it is.
Hang on.
Is that bat on ground and then up?
I think it might be. That's great eyesight. That's fabulous eyesight from the skipper from mid-on, deep mid-on.
Give that skipper a pay rise.
Bosch is gone. He's seen it and he's out of there. So that is extraordinary.
They're still looking at it, but it looks pretty convincing to all of us now on
Bosch,
slow-mo.
Look, Bosch is he's now crossed with the new batsman coming in. So
Bumrah is getting back to his mark, ready for the next victim.
Well, that was remarkable, wasn't it? He just stuck out a hand, grabbed it. I mean, it wasn't
very nonchalant.
Wasn't hammered back at him or anything, but because it went relatively slowly, you felt that it was a bump ball. But well spotted, Sky. That's Corbin Bosch gone for 5.
Arno DK says at one stage it looked like we might actually make 180 plus. All that momentum is now lost. For F's sake.
Yeah, Miller getting out was when he did. If he could have just stuck around for a couple more overs. But again, he shouldn't have been in as early as he was. He batted as many overs as he's supposed to. The top order just, needed to stick around a bit longer, perhaps.
Yeah, I thought Quinton de Kock in particular was a little bit laissez-faire.
Yeah, he tried to go for the big shot and got absolutely cleaned up by Bumrah.
So poor old Kagiso Rabada's got to face up to 1 ball from Bumrah, which is another Yorker pretty much. It's going to be a dot. So Bumrah ends with 3 for 15 for 4, all in the day's work, 167 for 7, and there's only 1 over left.
What a spell. 2 spells actually.
3 for 15.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. There's lots of talk about Penguin still by Lockie 6, Extra Fluffo, Eric J. I'm not going to go into all the details. It doesn't seem particularly relevant.
When has relevance ever been a factor in guerrilla social?
It's a fair point. Well made.
I think irrelevance becomes more important the more dull a game is, I suppose.
What would you rather be, irreverent or irrelevant?
Ideally both.
Yeah.
But it depends if a game's drifting or not, and this one's got some interest about it, I'd say.
Yeah.
Last over coming up now.
Oh, they've run out of time. I think they're going to have to put a person back into the
circle.
Yep, they were 9 minutes behind.
So only 4 men out. Well, that might help. Hardick's to bowl the last over, isn't he? I was trying to find his jingle. Sorry, I can't.
No worries. Hardick is in. It's a little short of a length. It is pulled away.
Well done.
And fielded out in the deep. They'll get 2. Cow corner, 2 fielders converged there and almost managed to let it go through between them. For a moment, South Africans would have hoped, but no.
That was brilliant again from Rinku Singh, wasn't it? He was round and he sort of offloaded it to his teammate.
He knew he was going to go out of play.
He was well placed by Stubbs as well, so he was a bit unlucky not to get the boundary, but...
he's got the second result. He's got 2 out of it.
Yeah, and Rinku has been fabulous in the field. Really impressive.
Stubbs has got Rabada at the other end, still on 0 from the 1 Bumrah ball that he's faced. Will he manage to keep the strike? Well, this one is
looking
quite
for 2 here.
full. It's on the leg side.
And he's going to go he should have been out.
Yeah, that was pretty poor from Hardick at the stumps, wasn't it? I think not the easiest ball to take coming in from Bumrah, but he should have run out Rabada there. I'm amazed actually looking at that in slow motion, the wicket that Bumrah took, that none of us spotted it. It looks so obvious now, doesn't it, when it's really slowed down.
You'd assume that Corbin Bosch knew he was out.
Yeah, well, he was just
he was trying to style it out, wasn't he?
He was just going to go for a little whistle towards square leg, as you would do in those circumstances.
Hardick continues. This one gets quite a slap into the leg side, and the fielder runs in off the ropes, but makes a bit of a pickle of it, and it ends up going for 4 for Stubbs. 4 precious runs.
Yeah, that was all or nothing from the fielder, wasn't it? He was trying to take the catch, but in doing so, he's let the 4 get through him.
Well, if it'd been Rabada, would you have gone for the catch? Because it's Stubbs and he's got the propensity to score more runs.
I'm not sure he was ever going to really get there.
No, I think he would have been safer to bail out and just get the single.
Yeah.
And limit it to a single. Well,
does mean
all the 3s for Hardick, none for 33 off 3.3.
That's very good.
3 balls remaining. Stubbs has managed to keep strike for this over so far. Hardick gives him a wide one, or well outside off stump, and he's going to sneak 1.
Or did he?
Going to
no, I don't think he did.
No, he's staying put. Yeah, go on, sorry.
Rabada is capable of clearing the ropes. We know this, but in this situation, he hasn't really had a chance to get his eye in at all. Maybe it is worth declining that single.
You can allow 1 dot ball. If it happens again, they'll take it, I think.
Indeed.
Maybe. Hardick's bowling those wide balls. They're very difficult to deal with at this stage.
Stubbs has got to get a boundary off one of these last 2 to justify turning down that run. He's hoiked this over long on by a long way. So he has indeed justified staying on the striker's bucket.
Yeah, very good from Stubbs. He I think he read that it was going to be the sort of
the slower,
shorter,
bouncy,
slower ball, and he just stayed back in his crease and then cross-batted it.
Yeah, because I was going to say he's going to bowl a slower, loopy one now, and if he gets it, he can tattoo it anywhere.
Last ball of the innings then, looking for that 185 plus score. It's going for 6 over backward square leg, so they will clear that target. They will end with 187 runs, South Africa. 188 for India to win later in the day. Will it be enough?
20 runs off the final over.
Yeah, but that beats everybody's estimates on the messages. Big over now said joint music. Under 10 said low key. 16 said to joint music. So they're all under the actual target. And
well, we were. I mean, even Richard, who said 185 a few minutes ago, and I thought that was being optimistic, was right. And it just shows you, you hang on in there. And someone like Stubbs, we know he's a good hitter, isn't he? And
also not a great final over from
poor, really, quite poor. Yeah,
Hardik.
Yeah.
You have to say. So that did help. But I have a strange feeling after this innings because I just have so many memories of rather poor cricket from India throughout the middle overs. Yes, good start, good finish when
to have a
Bumrah's
really good
bowling.
start, and Abhishek to come to the party to make it.
Well, he felt like it was all Bumrah, all Bumrah's doing, really.
We've seen that before.
Yeah, not too many others. Arshdeep didn't do too badly, but there was
the spinners got got hammered.
Yeah, even someone like
Dubé got hammered.
Oh, Dubé was. You wonder why he was given a bowl, to be honest. But
and also those 2 no balls that went for 6, you could take 14 off the score.
Yeah,
just out of those 2 no ball errors from India.
That's right.
They actually almost have, in a way, given more away than they should have.
Yeah.
But in another way, you think South Africa should have made
11
more.
extras, but actually it's more like 20 extras with the extra runs from the extra balls that they bowled.
Well, they almost should count, shouldn't they?
Yeah, well, look, Arshdeep 2 for 28, not bad at all, really. Bumrah 3 for 15, absolutely brilliant. Varun 1 for 47. Washington. There's spinners. Let's have a look. The 2 spinners, 6 overs between them, went for 64. And then Hardik and Dube weren't particularly impressive, has to be said.
Arshdeep, the pick of the non-Bumrahs, you'd have to say.
You get a sort of. Does he get? If India win, does he get a sort of man of the match consolation prize?
Well, everyone gets
not
prize,
quite
don't
man
they?
of the not quite man of the match.
The best non-Bumrah performance goes to.
On the subcontinent, it's become quite a thing to give multiple players of matches.
That's it.
As many sponsors as you've got, you can have awards.
Reserve man of the match.
It's almost like the kids. Everyone gets a prize.
Yeah, runner-up man of the match.
Best drinks carrier.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Well, so Richard, at the end of that innings, do you think?
Are you happy?
Yeah, well, you've got to be happy after what we had at the top.
After the start, definitely. But given India's showing in the middle, I still feel like South Africa should have had more.
Right.
I'm a bit conflicted. It's not sure, but I'm not sure what to think. But I guess that's the recipe for an intriguing chase.
We need Tony here, Tony Stats, to tell us whether that's an average score or a slightly below par score. Or
oh, that's right. He was supposed to. He did say to me that he'd written down loads of stats on Ahmedabad.
Somebody mentioned 190 earlier.
Oh, right. Okay.
I think it might have been at India. I stand corrected, but.
Well, he said he'd done loads of stats for the West Indies-Zimbabwe game at Ahmedabad tomorrow and then realised they weren't playing at Ahmedabad. And I said, well, the second game today is at Ahmedabad, so can you let us have them? But I think he went off without them in the end. So
well, he couldn't get out of here quickly.
He was on a mission, wasn't he?
I think his Sunday lunch was waiting for him.
So 9.4. I think it's very doable on this wicket, and I mean, the hugely talented India side.
I mean, it's not offering much for the spinners.
Nothing.
Not there are many spinners in the South African side. You're going to have to bowl well to. I don't think it's actually offering too much to pace bowlers either. It's just a very flat wicket. Maybe not fully paced. Yeah,
and I think. Arshdeep's second wicket was Jansen pulling him from outside off stump to deep mid wicket. So really, apart from Bumrah, there wasn't some sort of great bowling, and he's just a class above, isn't he?
He is.
That's the main thing, really.
I mean, everyone's analysed his action to death to work out why he's that much better than everybody else around at the moment. I mean, the extra 2 foot or so that before he releases the ball does help in terms of the less time that people have to spot the ball. But he's still got immaculate control of line and length.
Yeah, and the variations. Yeah, absolutely. And those things aren't necessarily things that come naturally to you as you're growing up as a bowler, are they? No. I mean, maybe more so now because of so much T20 short form cricket. But
well, I don't think anyone would coach his bowling action.
No one would coach his bowling action. Absolutely not.
I mean,
but
there's too many parts that could go wrong, particularly at the elbow.
That's a very good point, as Andy's just come across to say that most importantly, that no one's actually coached him out of it. That's always the difficulty for coaches of knowing
what to keep and what to tinker with.
Indeed.
I'm glad that no coach changed Paul Adams's action.
Well, it's a real talent to bowl the ball accurately when you're facing the ground.
Well, also they were too busy trying to untangle him. That's one of the joys of cricket, isn't it? Seeing people who've got actions like that. We don't want them all to look alike, do we?
No, absolutely, and we don't want them all to perform alike. That's the fun of watching any match with Bumrah, and it is just seeing one bowler who can make such a difference in one over.
Yep.
The reason I'm disappointed that he's not didn't play today, and is he injured? In fact, Pathirana, because he's.
Oh, the Sri Lankan
Melinda lookalike.
Yeah.
Or bowler-like, sorry.
Who was it who couldn't lay a bat on him the other day? I think it was was it one of the Canadians? I think just had no idea what was going on. Because you pick it up so late, I think.
Well, no, your sighting zone is basically this big square block of the umpire.
Well, yeah, and also he's not really. He's not anything like as good as Malinga, but very similar. Probably quicker. Probably a little bit quicker than Malinga. He was up at 91, 92. 90, yeah, a couple of those
Malinga in
deliveries.
his prime was late 80s to
Malinga.
90.
But Malinga also had fantastic variation, didn't he?
He did.
Slower ball. Anyway, we're wibbling because it hardly seems worth going off. Who's on in the first session after the break? I presume it can't be me.
Me. And I think an India because he's just wanting to be signed in.
And
not me.
It's not Richard. He's having a break. Is it Andy coming back? It could be. Andy, do you know who's on the three?
It is Andy
it
on
is
ball
Andy.
by ball.
Okay. Well, I'll get out of here and let Andy come in and wibble.
And I will see you all from over 10, assuming that
India are bowled out before that.
By then.
Dream on, man.
Man can dream.
Let an India in. Can't be long to wait given they were late finishing and had to get a man into the fielding restriction circle for the last over.
Well, that doesn't mean South Africa only get 2 minutes to turn around just because India took a long time.
I'm sure they get a minimum of 10 minutes, don't they?
Yeah, they're not going to get less of a break because they didn't bowl the overs quick enough. So, a very middle-heavy scorecard from South Africa. 4, 5, and 6 did all the heavy lifting. That's a total 187 that might be. You might well argue that it's a 190, 200 pitch, but it's not short of that. And if India lose a couple of early wickets, that could get very challenging.
Yeah, if Ishan goes early, who's been the mainstay of a lot of their scoring for the group stages, then it puts a lot of pressure on Abhishek to perform.
Yeah, well,
and he's already under plenty.
Someone's got to stand up, and probably more than one person. I think that is Ishan bouncing the ball on the edge of his bat, which I would do every now and then. I have been told that's quite a good way to get your eye in.
Yeah, didn't Barry Richards famously in a 4-day game? He batted with the
because
side of his bat.
Because county cricket is so bad and he was so bored.
He batted with the side of his bat for a whole session.
Yes, and they still couldn't get him out.
I see.
They're going to have. They're not quite going to come out yet. It was one thing that used to frustrate me as an opening batsman, particularly
Waiting
on Sundays,
for-
how long everyone would take to get out on the pitch.
Yeah.
And okay, we're ready. Oh, I've got to get an umpire. Oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, get him to do it. And you're waiting 10 minutes
India.
to bat.
How do you feel this game has gone so far? We can't hear you. That's
Sorry,
better.
Could have been. I was just saying, could have been better from India's standpoint, but I think in the closing overs they did rather well.
Bumrah bowled very well. They were looking a bit wobbly in the middle. I know he got the wicket, but I thought Dubé was awful.
Dubé is not really a bowler. I don't know. They've been trying to get him into the all-rounder slot very desperately. But Varun Chakrabarti was really taking leaders today.
He didn't bowl well. But Bumrah bowled well.
They didn't want much of Washington either. I thought they might have given more Washington overs.
But Washington's a piece of shit as a T20 bowler. I'm sorry, but he shouldn't be in the team.
The king of swearing strikes again.
Sorry, he shouldn't be in the team. Yeah.
Yes, I know your views about Washington versus Axar.
Yeah. I mean, the people
but given that he was in the 11,
right?
no, there's an opportunity there. Though they're not going to.
Of course. But I mean, it's a very gettable total, I think, as long as they bat well.
I'd have India.
Let's see how if Abhishek
I think
lasts
it's 55,
for more than 3 balls.
That's exactly what I was going to say. 55.
But I'm not
45.
sure which one's the 55. At the
no,
moment.
55 India, I think. But a couple of early wickets could really put them under the pump and make it very interesting.
Not too many teams have won chasing on this ground.
Right, let's jingle up some batsmen and bowlers.
Well, it's time for Ish and Kish and Cousins.
Bit of Elvis for you there. And a bit of Radiohead, a perfect pairing. Elvis and Radiohead on the same bill. I would like to see Elvis play with Radiohead. I think that would be something.
That's a clash of styles if ever there was one.
Yes, exactly. And perhaps a little bit of a surprise, opening the bowling, although maybe they've been doing this the whole tournament. I don't know.
Because he's a grinner, a part-time spinner, and this Safa, yes, he's a winner. Playing his shots out in the sun.
Well, he's got to bowl some balls.
Well, they've got two left-arm batsmen, but they've got a lot of left-arm batsmen.
And he does occasionally bowl in the power play,
Yes.
and they want to get their sixth bowler in, so they've got options.
It's certainly happened before. Going to sneak one or two from him. Here he comes. Right arm round. It's fairly gentle. It's cut away by Ishan, but he can't beat backward point.
And if he bowls well, he's got a lot of people in the ring to support him.
Yep, we saw that at the start of England's innings. Jack's bowling to the left-handers with a packed offside field. Similar
Jack's
kind
had
of
quite
thing.
a day today.
Yeah, he did. He was rightly man of the match. Pokey defensive shot from Ishan, and Aiden Markram scampers across to pick it up. Maharaj is actually a real spinner, but he knows, he understands how it works. Here comes Markram again. He just roll it out, and Ishan's gone for the big shot, and it only bounced a couple of yards in front of Jansen, and Markram thought he was in the game there for a second, but even Jansen couldn't Inspector Gadget his arms out that far.
Need to go Gadget a lot
He's
more.
got very lucky with that.
He didn't get hold of it, no.
Yeah,
and
that
really
saved him.
Could have gone anywhere, yeah. See what he does with this one. And that's gone straight up in the air. That could be a problem. That is surely going to be out. The fielder is underneath it. He got a little bit too far underneath it, but he did take the catch. I mean, it would have been very poor if he hadn't. And what is very poor is that Ishan Kishan has gone for naught. And to, I'm sure, a deathly silence inside the stadium.
Well, he's been trying for 3 deliveries.
He was.
After you've gone.
Just a rolly off spinner. He sliced right underneath it. Opened the face of the bat way too much, and the fielder did creep in a little bit too far. I think that's Corbin Bosch. got a bit underneath it, but he's still not going to drop that.
You know what they say about when you keep trying, you'll eventually succeed. That's what happened with Ishan Kishan.
Yep, it's like they said about the Indian rain dance, not these Indians, the Native American Indians. Do you know why the Indian rain dance always worked?
Well, they kept dancing until it rained.
Exactly, yes.
Well, Arno DK says, during South Africa's last test tour of the Indian players looked clueless against Marco Jansen. Hopefully they haven't done their homework since then. Well, they didn't do their homework against Markram.
It appeared not. Well, a man's coming into bat much earlier than he would have hoped.
Another lefty. Well, they've got 8 lefties.
Early.
8 is a lot. See, he's in here.
6 of the top 8, I think.
6 of the top 8. It's like Tony said, England had beat Sri Lanka in 6 of the last 4 meetings. give him a...
It looks like it.
He was right in the end. I'll give him a jingle in a second. He does get India underway in this innings, pushing that one past Markram. It's long off. This is the batsman.
At the rise of the sun, he emerges inside. He hides in the night. Until like Bumrah.
It's one of those annoying ones I can't quite place.
80s New Romantics.
Yes, but I'm not sure who though. That's a good shot from Abhishek for his first ball.
It's his first runs of the World Cup.
Yep, good for him. It was a short ball from Markram, and Abhishek took full advantage to pick up.
Is that a lesser known...
one of these? Yeah, I still have to play that again just to see if I can place it. I'm normally pretty good on obscure 80s New Romantic. Anyway, 5 for 1 at the end of the first over.
Let's see what we've got here. Lots of stuff about wilderness and wildebeest for whatever reason. Taken the fancy of our audience on YouTube. South Africa's short of 25 runs, says Varun Bantam. Well, I think that's been
remedied
in the first over. Bad idea opening slow bowling, says to joint music. Well, that aged well. Some talk about the bank job film with Jason Statham, again for reasons.
Right, here comes the new down the track. Comes Tilak, and he might be out. Everyone thinks he's out. Yes, everyone. The bowler, the wicket keeper, everyone except Tilak, who has reviewed it. But everyone in the field seemed quite confident about that one. In fact, it is Tilak. So he came down the track to Jansen, which is a bold move, first ball. The ball wasn't there to hit. He had a big swing at it anyway. And the South Africans are completely unanimous in their belief that was out. The umpire agreed. We've gone upstairs.
Neither of the batsmen are convinced, for whatever reason.
It's not anything but bats, certainly.
We need
the
ultra edge
the liney waves,
Snickio.
The wavy
lines. Yeah, because the ball was moving as well.
Well, you can't see from that. Let's have a look. There we go.
Yep.
There's a spike, and that is out. Out.
Chilak's not happy.
After you've gone.
Well, what is going on?
Well, very, very, very similar starts for the two teams.
Yep.
Well, it's even worse for India. I mean, it's a bit like the previous game. England started badly and Sri Lanka started appallingly. And that has been the deal so far.
Yep. To joint music says, let's go South Africa. South African flag. 2 out. Woohoo, says Bad to the Bone. Easy work, says the joint music. I think that's maybe optimistic.
We'll see. Well, the captain's come out much earlier than he wanted to.
And the coach is shaking his head.
The coach, I mean, when you start from Gautam Gambhir's normal expression, he doesn't have very far to go, really.
Well, lots of work for Sky here.
Yeah.
Now I know the others might have let you down. It's not too late to play Surya now. Surya Kumar.
Jansen is in, tipped into the leg side by Surya Kumar. It's out into the open spaces. That's going to get 4. Yeah, just timed that away for 4. A welcome calmness from the Indian batting, because I was going to say 2 over-ambitious shots, perhaps a little bit, a little bit forcing it. I want to get off to a good start.
Just play classical cricket.
I think we've lost an India for a moment. No, he's back.
I'm back. Yeah.
Do you think are we reading too much of it? Both those dismissals were a little bit. I want to impose myself. I want to, get a positive start.
That's how they play. I mean, they've succeeded playing that way. So it's very difficult to.
Plays that one in the same area, but there is a man in there, and he won't pick up a run.
I mean, they've got, as I pointed out on the group a couple of days ago, over the past 2.5 years, they've got a 91% win record playing exactly like that.
Yeah. Decent ball from Jansen. Seemed to pick up a little bit off the wicket and
just lifted it, did a touch and moved away.
Just a touch. Yeah. And de Kock ended up taking that just over his shoulder.
Yeah, well.
Another good shot by Sky. He's certainly injecting some class into this innings. He just eased that past point for 4 more.
It's Nissan She. It's Nissan She.
And we've got a super chat from Jay Grover.
Okay.
Super chat cash, super chat cash, super chat cash.
£2 to us to say Gabir loses, we all win. Apart from India.
Right, Jansen, he's back over the wicket this time, and another good shot by Surya. He can't beat the field that time, but he does seem to be timing it extremely well.
But I think South Africa succeeded beyond their wildest imagination because they've got the bowlers there for taking the left-handers out, and the left-handers got out even before they could really do their job.
Immediately.
So now they've got a right-hander facing.
So Jansen's gone for 8 in this over, but I think they'll feel it was worth it to get that wicket.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as I did say, this could be a challenging chase if they lost a couple of early wickets, and that's exactly what's happened.
Slip-hander gully.
Yep. Punched away again by Sky. He looks in good touch again. It's straight to the fielder though. It's the end of the over, 13 for 2 off 2.
Lockie 6 gives us I'm not sure whether this is a definitive answer for your numorantic thing. He says generic Survivor song from Rocky 4.
No, it's not a definitive answer at all.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm thinking it's Depeche Mode's one of the more rarer songs.
Something like that.
And he also, Jacob says, I hate you all.
Okay.
Come on. Comots Monks Omo says, who's choking now? That lesser known Journey song.
Yep.
Rohan Daly says, this is South Africa's match. There's no way India will be able to chase 187. South Africa have been rather strategic in this World Cup so far. Dangerous team. Very dangerous.
Of course. Well, they've probably been the best team of the World Cup so far.
In comes the new bowler. Will jingle in a second. Oh, Abhishek has a big swish at that one. He's only faced 2 balls. He's hit one of them for 4. The other one, he has a huge swing and misses against this bowler.
What's his name? He's a high roller, rock and roller, scariest, deadliest, killingest bowler. He can sink your oats like the Spanish Armada. No one faster, no one harder. What's his name? What's his name?
I tell you, Quinton de Kock felt that one thud into his gloves. Oh, now Abhishek steps away. He doesn't like much of this. And it flashes over off stump. Even 90 miles an hour looks a bit quick for Abhishek. Was that an issue with Abhishek in the IPL? He didn't like fast bowling?
No, not at all.
No, I think he's just trying to maximise his runs in the power play.
Yeah, that's
thinking
all.
of someone else, probably.
I think you probably are, yeah.
Oh, it's only just gone over middle and off, though. And it's high-octane stuff. High pressure. Here comes Rabada again. And that's a slower ball, bounces well in front of de Kock. Difficult time to wicket keep. One of them's round his ears, the next is bouncing twice in front of him. He does pick it up.
That was the sort of knuckle pace-off one.
There's considerable pace-off. There's probably at least 15 miles an hour difference between those two balls.
Yeah, I mean, Abhishek's been just an unbelievable form just coming into the World Cup. I mean, I don't think there's been another batter in the world who's been in the kind of form he's been. And it just does happen that when you're in that kind of form, you go through a lean patch.
Yeah. Oh, he's ramped that beautifully, and that's easily. Did that make 6? I think it's gone straight into the sponge.
It was well over the.
The umpire says yes. It was beautifully played. So just pick this up.
2, 4, 6.
Well, these batsmen are certainly having no problem timing the ball off the quicker bowlers.
I saw him bat at the MCG a few months ago, and he was just absolutely unbelievable. It's been many years since I've seen a white ball player playing like that.
I mean, I know it is technically an effortless shot. You just lift it up, but he played that very easily. Chops that one down to point. Rabado followed him a little bit when he stepped away to the leg side. 4 dots and a 6 from Rabada in this over.
Yeah. Gets 1 or even 2 and it's a decent over.
Yeah. So, see if you can close this over out. 2 early wickets for South Africa, but India starting to score freely. I think this could be a very interesting chase. Here's Rabada again. Oh, a big full toss, a slower full toss, and that's gone under the fielder, which you don't see very often from South Africa, to make up for a couple of missed fields by Surya Kumar Yadav, and it's
Ngidi.
Yeah, the big man was a bit slow to get down there, and it's 4 more.
There's a lot of him to come down.
Yep.
Just needs to let gravity take its course.
Yeah, well, sometimes you've got to. I mean, Rabada can.
You've got to help gravity a bit.
I'm a man talking from experience there.
Rabada can look as unhappy as he likes. It was still a big full toss outside off stump.
Jago sent us another super chat for £2 saying the YouTubers, not the commentators. Presumably that's about who wins.
Oh, if you're going to send me £2 every time I get something wrong, we're going to be quids in here.
India is playing basmati ball, says Lockie 6. And Arno says, I told you guys earlier, India are clueless against Jansen. And there's some other chat by Extra Fluffo about, and Greystoke about the ice hockey final, the women's ice hockey final from the Olympics, which is on.
Do they fight as much in women's ice hockey?
I'm not sure.
How can you play ice hockey without fighting?
Well, exactly. It's hardly. I mean, that's half the game. It comes in Ngidi because South Africa, whatever anybody says about Jansen,
when I was
taken him off.
When I was down at my sister's birthday last weekend, I found out my sister's been following the ice hockey with great enthusiasm and some considerable knowledge, and told me about this. They have this hat-trick award that they give to ice hockey players for getting a goal, an assist and a fight in the same match.
You have to win the fight though. Surely you can't just be in the fight.
The asked the question, how many of these people actually happens in an Olympic game?
Well, anyway, let's get back to the cricket for a second. I'll come back to that, because this man is bowling. He's bowled a slower ball. It's been a dot ball. Now this is Depeche Mode.
That is Depeche Mode, yes.
They're both just the same, so go get the guy who can turn the day. Let's play Loki.
When I did...
are you sure you should be calling out the band every time there's a jingle? I'm not sure it's a very good idea, honestly.
Oh, okay. It was actually Mapesh Dode. When I did hospital radio, I'd sometimes go and cover ice hockey because there was a team in Chelmsford. And they got the odd fight. There was one guy... Gidi slow ball again. That's pushed up to mid-off. There'll be no run. There was one very, very loud-mouthed fan. They used to call him Dartford Tunnel Mouth. And he would mouth off at all the players. And one of the away team just had enough of it at the end of the game, and he went over and punched him in the face.
The player?
Yeah, the player punched the fan in the face, yeah. But Eric Cantona
deserved it.
Yeah, I think he did, to be honest.
I thought they put perspex in the way to stop him from doing that.
Well, not really at Chelmsford. He couldn't really stretch the perspex. I've never played many computer games, but there was an EA Sports one I quite liked of ice hockey, where you could just stop the game and fight in ice hockey. That one's pushed up towards long on. It's a very early dive from. I think that's
he had to
Rabada.
wait for the ball.
Yes, he flopped down and then realised he was on the ground and just hoped the ball didn't bounce over him, which it didn't.
Well, I think he hoped that there was enough dew to keep his slider was going to make the distance.
Yeah, he was certainly swimming after that one, but he did make the stop. He's more than Ngidi did when Rabada was bowling. It's probably what Rabada's just thinking right now. Nonetheless, Ngidi has pegged this back. 1 run off 4 balls so far. And South India are 24 for 2 with a target of 188. This opening game in Group 1 of the Super 8s. West Indies playing Zimbabwe tomorrow in this group, and Ngidi is in again, and he's really got away with that one. If you bowl 4 slower balls in a row, is it?
Oh,
it's wide. I thought that was okay.
So did I.
If you bowl 4 slower balls in a row, do they count as slower balls anymore? It's the Dernbach conundrum.
You need the difference between your delivery so that it becomes more effective.
Yeah. Why are they showing us from this end?
Oh, his body mechanics. His mechanics cam again.
Okay. I'm not sure that tells us a great deal. Unless you are a biomechanics expert. Here comes Ngidi again. That's the same ball, better executed, but it's all slower from Ngidi. It looped down well outside off stump, and Abhishek could only drop it into the offside for no run.
I'm assuming they've pegged from the stats that Abhishek is a fast ball hitter, in
Yep.
India.
He is.
Ngidi all the way down to 71 with that one, and Jadeja can bowl that quickly if he wants to.
Yeah, he's not as good against the slow ball, that's for sure. He needs the pace for that swing of the bat to work well.
Changes in the field. Deep mid wicket goes out. See where the other deep fielder is. He might be at third man. Oh no, long leg. It's a good Yorker. Took pace off again. Abhishek just drops it into the offside. There's a big gap there. Take a single. Despite the wide, only 3 off the over. 26 for 2 off 4.
What is this bright thing in my eyes? Yes, I'm asking that
I
question
know,
as well,
yeah.
because I'm getting... You at least have got a cap on, which I haven't brought, so you're protected somewhat.
You're getting the halo effect. You're getting the full, face of Jesus.
Yes, it's very bright here in sunny Ladywell.
Sunny Lewisham, yes.
Thankfully, it's just gone behind a cloud, so I can actually read your messages at the moment.
You have Englishmen complaining about the sun.
No, well, we're very glad the sun's out because it's been dark for 3 months.
Well, we've had cricket games abandoned for too much sun before.
It's the famous one at
Well,
Manchester, wasn't it?
one.
Where Dickie Bird
told
someone to shut the window because it was glinting into the batsman's eyes.
I'm talking about another game that was actually abandoned because the sun was in the wrong position, or they had to hold it up for 10 minutes at least. Dickie Bird making it all about him. Well, I never. Here comes Jansen back into the attack. Ooh, and that was a bit quicker for Abhishek, who seems to have completely hogged the strike for the last couple of overs. So
he still played only 10 deliveries in the 5th over.
Oh, I did catch him, in the rib cage.
Lifted a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
He played underneath it in the end.
Yeah. And India have to have half an eye on the run rate.
6th bit.
Right, but it's what they need, not more than what they've got. Jansen's in again, steps away. Abhishek. There's a little bit of a
I saw him going
ball.
and
Held it wide. Yep.
Tried to flamingo that through the offside.
Game of cat and mouse between the batsman and the bowler.
the one
Which
thing
one
Abhishek
is
is not good against is left arm pace.
Well, that's what he's been given. Marco Jansen. Took that one down to 79 miles an hour.
I imagine soon to be followed by left arm spin.
certainly after the power play is complete. South Africa being quite deliberate with their field. They're often making changes even though the same batsman's on strike. Jansen comes in again. That's up in the air now. I don't think has that gone far enough? No. Two fielders converge. Bosch takes a very good catch. He doesn't even look at Maharaj, who did his best to rugby tackle him.
Well, he landed on top of him.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that was a very good catch by Bosch because Maharaj was not making life easy for him at all.
I don't think anyone was calling.
No, well, he got it anyway.
Top edge, for fuck's sake. Oh, no, he's out. Excellent. Top edge, for fuck's sake. Oh, no, he's out. Excellent. Top edge, for fuck's sake. Oh, no, he's out. Excellent.
Yeah, Maharaj couldn't have done much more to disrupt him.
No.
Did he keep it off the ground? Barely.
Yes, he did. It almost slipped out of his hands. He kind of
he didn't catch it cleanly. He
pushed it towards his chest and sort of cradled it, but he did well for that not to bounce out when he hit the ground. And Abhishek, who I never really looked super comfortable. He played one beautiful ramp shot. But apart from that, he was moving around a lot, maybe a little bit too much.
So South Africa had 3 wickets down the power play as well, right?
They did. Well, you know, this is the thing, the famous stat about how many games you lose if you lose 3 wickets in the power play. If both teams lose 3 wickets, all bets are off.
Yep, wasn't out of the ground, was it, says Yankee 7000. And Shining Knight says, he should have 5-5 Maharaj. Yes, with the ball still in his hand, probably.
Well, India have done one of their funky batting order changes.
Yep.
We'll see how this works out.
The joint music says, good going, South Africa, keep that pressure up.
Right, because this man's come in.
He's named for his granddad or something with like that. So it turns out that you are.
Jansen's in and Washington plays it into the offside to pick up a single. Now, India have done this with Axar quite a few times. What do you think about this in India?
I don't know. I mean, he's there primarily as a batter.
Yeah.
Washington. So
I think it's a choice between Washington and Hardik.
They want to keep they just want to keep their hitters back a bit.
Yeah, and the left-right combination going. Plus, Washington's got the ability to hang around, which is valuable at the moment, given what's going on.
They do seem to be the only team
consolidate a bit
who employs this kind of tactic. I can't think of any other. It's interesting.
What kind of tactic?
They kind of put a batsman who isn't as good in, move him up the order if they lose a few wickets.
Yeah, but I think it's also based on their ability to play non-T20 style.
Yeah, that one is
to preserve the wickets.
Pushed up to mid-on for a single. Well, they can't overdo it. They've got 188 to get. Oh, Maharaj was.
Yeah, but the first they need to not lose more wickets at the moment.
Yes.
Otherwise, they're never going to get it anyway.
Well, that's the balancing.
They're going to go like Sri Lanka.
That's the balancing act of T20 cricket. They're not quite in as dire straits as Sri Lanka were. That one is tipped out towards deep square leg, but they've only got one more power play over. That's another wicket for Jansen. He's got 2 for 11 off 2, very impressive. And India,
I think we're off.
29 for 3. Yeah, we'll have a little change. I think I'm staying on to do my last stint.
I'm coming back for the last 5 overs.
I think
I'm hoping India's
to do ball by ball.
And we just switching.
Going to be batting.
Yep.
Not be all out.
Someone else coming in online.
Yeah, I think it might be Ishan.
Who's on the controls?
Nobody. They're all
big sloths.
Yeah.
So I think Ishan's waiting to be let in.
He is, yes. If the bearer sets it up, then you should be able to let him in.
I think you can just click on admit there, yeah.
Thank you, Arnav. Right. That's live, isn't it? So Rabada's back in. First ball is chopped into point, and there is no run.
Yep, there he is. Yep, thank you.
29 for 3.
I don't know who's looking more despondent at the moment, Arnav or Ishan.
The winner is always Gautam Gambhir.
Well, you know, we often wear a heart on our sleeves when England are playing. I don't blame you.
Rabada in, and walks across and tries to whip it through the leg side, and Rabada sees it and throws the ball even further outside off stump. And all it does is cannon into the pad and goes off to gully, and there is no
It's
run.
an interesting one. Hit him on the pad about 3 feet outside off stump.
So net result, not a lot.
Oh, and if
For
South
an
Africa
awful lot
just
of activity.
get some cheap overs in here as well.
Yeah, I can see Corbin Bosch warming up, so maybe he's going to get another over.
And expect to see Maharaj fairly soon after the ball. Tried to flick it.
Yep, and that's tried to ramp by Rabada, who changes his length. Washington can't catch up to it, and that goes
What
through
I don't
to
understand is if Washington's been sent in to sort of shore up the innings a bit, why he's running 2 feet to the offside and then trying to flick the ball. Shouldn't he just be playing some more normal shots?
Possibly, but I think normal shots are not going to get them the extra value runs that they require, in which case why do you put in a hitter?
Well, exactly. That's if you want quicker runs, then don't send Washington in.
And that's driven up with a fairly static, almost leaden-footed stance up to mid-on.
I mean, we've got 4 dot balls in the last over of the power play. It's not like you're 5 wickets down.
As we watch a montage of all the shots into the air and plays and misses.
You know, if Maharaj had just been a little bit further the other way, right, really have injured Bosch. He could have caught him on the back of the knee.
Flashed out off the outside edge.
Well fielded.
Really well fielded by Brevis, who managed to get up and stop sliding just before he would have gone into the sponge.
Yep.
Limits them to 2, I think.
Just one, I think.
Just one.
Yeah.
Even better.
Do you think if South Africa came back from the stage, even India can? Because they arguably have a deeper batting lineup as well, right?
Well, they can, but it's one where you can make direct comparisons, but then you have to say that Brevis and Miller batted extremely well.
They did.
And Stubbs towards the end.
I think, Hardick can score vastly quickly.
They're certainly capable. I mean, I'm not saying this game's over. Bold.
Attempted Yorker. It's well played.
Successful Yorker, I think.
By Surya Kumar, who just bunts it down to mid-on, for a single.
Can I have a drinks break? I'm assuming you're on socials, Ishan. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I am, yes, but I have no idea where to start, so I'll just try and wing it. So Shining Knight says, on one hand I want to root for India, on the other hand I want to root for the underdog because I dislike Indian fans. I like the players though, decisions. I guess you two can kind of say where you guys feel about the side because I'm a bit biased in this situation.
Well, I've stuck my colours to the mast and said that India possibly won't qualify for the semi-finals.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah, I just based on the fact that I think West Indies will.
West Indies are starting to become favourites coming into this because there's a few people in chat as well. I saw my last in that said that West Indies seem like favourites to win. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know how much of a line can you draw through? I mean, they certainly beat England, but the other games, Nepal, Italy, and Scotland, it's not the A list.
But then again, those remarks made about India's opponents in their group team as well as being fairly easy to beat. Australia, sorry, not Australia.
It wasn't that easy to beat.
USA and
Netherlands,
Oman,
Pakistan, Namibia.
I think we're just naming teams. Those weren't all in India's group.
No, so there was Netherlands, Pakistan,
and USA.
Namibia.
USA wasn't it? It was definitely USA because USA gave them a bit of a game actually. Yeah.
All pretty easy teams.
Yeah, I mean, Australia were easy to beat, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there are people glazing Jay for his comments on. I'm guessing it was shitting on India, basically.
Probably.
And there are people commenting on that. I'll take that as well. Stop glazing Jay. It just makes him tastier and more crispy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he already has the masala being a bit of an Indian. So.
Yeah, you're not missing any play at the moment, so.
You're giving me a reminder that I have to try and get back home before this Tottenham and Arsenal game finish because I live really close to the stadium.
Do you?
Tottenham Stadium?
Yes, I often see I can literally see them going into the station outside my window, and the funny thing is they really always look miserable no matter what the result.
Isn't that the
Yeah, but
life of a
Tottenham are
Spurs fan?
Arsenal because it could go. Yeah, it could go both ways. I was gonna say
Well,
that.
we are going to see Maharaj, who's coming on to bowl now.
Yeah, let's give him a jingle. In a second.
First ball is swept off the front foot, straight to Ngidi, deep backward square.
Let's give the bowler his due.
There's a bowler there from South Africa. Started out bowling pace, but he made the swing.
That does surprise me a little bit that his ICC T20 ranking is 48. I would have thought it would have been higher than that.
Well, some of these rankings are a bit all over the shop. Manenti had a couple of good games and he's number 20 something.
Yeah. It's very form.
Yes, it's very
recency
biased, yes.
Anyway, here he comes around the wicket to the left-hander. And that's hit off the back foot to, is that?
Rickleton.
Yeah, I was going to say it's Rickleton, isn't it? Because it's left-handed throw. For a single, so good start by Maharaj, single.
Yep, left-handed batsmen are much more common than left-handed throwers.
Well, you also get the fake.
The fake left-handers, yeah. Quite a few of them these days. Yeah.
Right-handed throws. That's again worked into the big wide vacant leg side field at mid-wicket for a single as Jansen comes in, whips the ball underarm.
There are more than a few right-arm bowlers who bat left-handed, aren't there?
There are. There's lots of fakies where they put their controlling hand, their power hand at the top.
Yeah.
I remember only Suresh Raina right now.
Sundar to face. That's short. Sundar's on the move down the wicket, just chips it to deep mid-wicket on the boundary, takes a single. This is all very middle overs at the moment.
I think if
single.
An over that goes for 6 or 7, I think is a win for South Africa at the moment.
Yeah.
That run rate is creeping up. I have to see what it is. It's
just don't bowl the extra value ball.
155
Short.
off 13.
Cut again to the man on the boundary, who's Rickleton again, who's getting through plenty of work now.
Tell you what, this run rate's getting up towards 11.
Well, once it gets above 12 to a ball.
That's a problem, yeah.
At this point, I don't even see them making over like 80 in the first 10 overs, which is a bit of a problem.
Last ball is over. There's the bad ball. Has it gone for 6?
Ball. I think so.
Yes, it's gone 15 yards over square leg.
That was a terrible ball.
And Washington taking full advantage.
Of the day really hops and kicks. The number of the day is 6.
End of 7 overs, 42 for 3.
I honestly thought that was quite a poor over.
So just for your information, guys, the chat has gone berserk. We're all talking about what they'd stuff Jagger over with. The few things are goose fat. What else is there? There's cumin, breadcrumbs. I have no idea what's going on here.
I think that's a Sunday roast lunch.
Sounds like it.
Roasting an Indian for lunch? With the whole pineapple. Oh, wow. Rocky coming in with the whole pineapple. Very interesting stuff.
Right, we are a little bit of a
146 off 78.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
We're going to have Bosch to
okay, I hope he's got a good jingle. He should have.
Ball is angled in, punched down the ground.
Here
Sky takes a single.
Well, it's a minute 46 if I want to let this go.
Spanish boys cool, but I never give a fuck. You wanna step to him, motherfucker, come try your luck. You can never hit him off his line. Slam in the bat, he's fucking fine.
No.
Oh, it says a minute 46. I was going to say
it's about a minute 30 of dead air.
No, it stopped. I thought, is it really going to go on for a minute 46 of that?
Might just be a glitch or something.
Anyway, Washington to face now, and Bosch is still over the wicket to him as he pushes the ball across him, gets a little feather, and that's caught behind by De Kock, who throws it into the air in glee. Washington's not going to hang around. He knows he's edged that.
Yeah.
And that's 43 for 4 now. India subsiding.
I'm a loser.
loser. Yeah, I'm a loser, babe. I'm just a loser. Whoa.
He just had a big swish at that without moving his feet, as I know is often the way in T20, but he wasn't really even angling his body weight into the ball. It might have moved away a little bit, and you could see there was quite a slow and easy edge off that one. Very comfortable
Honestly,
catch.
I think India lost this when they took out Akshar for Washington Sundar in the first place. Shouldn't have done that. I don't know why they did that.
I think India is of the same view.
Well, and they brought out, and Hardik Pandya is depressed still further. Shiban Due comes out to bat.
Let's pick him up. Certainly has a bit to do to make up for his bowling.
Oh, I think someone in the comments just
You shouldn't do way, treat the bowlers roughly. It's not the skills you need, and he's right buff, really. He's hitting sixes, not making duck egg.
Honestly, Gambier looks a bit more cheerful, but as I
Yeah.
say, his starting point
We're
is
only
so
happy
low.
when we're losing.
Yeah, I told you
That
this.
famous song.
I told you this would happen.
Well, that should be underground, that jingle, shouldn't it? If you know the original.
I don't.
I'm not going to name it in case of being dinged, but would be appropriate, shall we say?
Right, Dubé, a lot to do. 43 for 4.
Bosch, good start, 1 for 1 off 2 balls. Next ball, that's wide, it's chopped down on, cut through point, and taken to the boundary for a single.
Yeah, it was just had a bit of a slash at that one, and he
Didn't really go across to it at all.
got
And it
one
was
of those
angling away.
easy edges where you take the pace off it.
And for someone who's got a reputation for being a pretty decent T20 bowler, that's an easy wicket. Right, sky in, ball is angled in, and Suryakumar, all he can do is just chop it down and straight back to the bowler.
Well, I don't know if
excellent over so far from Bosch.
Yep, I don't know if they've maybe pulled their length back to Suryakumar, because he looked in very good nick when he first went in.
Yeah, and everything was a flowing drive, wasn't it?
Yeah, they maybe pulled the length back a little bit against him. And
well, I think Bosch is that kind of bowler. He
yeah.
bowls that lifting length.
Yeah.
Just backwards of a good length.
Corbyn's lifter.
Anyway, again,
Oops.
that is radar's not on for that one. That one's a wide.
Yep.
Fired down the leg side. Sky has a go at trying to get a tiny little nick on that down to fine leg for 4, but
Well, it's a free hit if you could get it for 4.
but can't catch up to it.
Wow, India are in trouble here. That run rate's clicking up towards 2 a ball as well.
Look at that. And there's only really Hardik and Rinku to come.
That's it. And once that run rate gets to 2 a ball, you really have to throw consolidation in the bin, because you just have to get after it and hope you can get after it for long enough.
Another good ball by Bosch. That's just dinked into the offside. Take a grease single into the covers. It's a really good over by Bosch. Gone for 4 off it.
The end of the over?
One to come
No.
after the wide.
It looked like Maharaj was lining up to bowl the next ball, but not quite.
So, no.
Remind me which side Albie Morkel's on. South Africa, isn't he? So he should be double happy.
Yeah, definitely the better man with the bat, Albie Morkel.
Yeah, they weren't that similar as cricketers.
No,
similar in
very
build.
much an all-rounder rather than a bowler.
Played a couple
into
of
his toes.
Incredible IPL innings, I remember.
And Dubé just dinks it to sort of depressed mid-wicket, takes a single, keeps a strike. India 47 for 4 after 8.
I can see some people in the comments talking about India not being as good as people think. I think because it's, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is our first tournament since Rohit and Kohli retired. I'm talking about a World Cup. Since Rohit and Kohli retired. So I think it'll take some time for this team to transition with the number of the lack of leaders that they have. And I think once they start to get their groove again, maybe in a couple of years, it'll be a lot better.
Yes,
And
well,
it'll be right this tournament.
they've got the experienced players. Sky,
Bumrah now.
and Bumrah and Hardik, really.
Yeah.
I think it'll take some time, but then there has to be a few changes here and there as well. Bring in a few leaders, bring in a few people with experience.
It's sometimes the way that countries don't quite manage this transition.
You can't have everybody retire at the same time.
Exactly.
You need to blood some
people are quite critical of England, sort of felt they forced Anderson out, but you know, you do have to manage these things.
It's going to be the big bowler's backside of Langingidi to bowl, and that ball is worked off his hips into the leg side. Rickerton runs in from deep mid wicket, fields the ball, throws it to De Kock. There is a single taken.
I think the best example was Australia when
2007.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When they lost the Ashes in 2005, I think if they'd won that series, I think a couple of players would have retired. They were so determined to win them back. They all played the next one, and then they all retired after that and left a huge vacuum.
Some of them retired during it. Some of them gave 3 tests notice that they were going to retire at the end of it.
Yeah,
but
it's almost like
at the end of it, you lost Warne, McGrath, War,
Hayden.
Yeah,
all at once.
Which is a lot to take in. Here comes Ngidi. That's short and chopped down to the man at Gully. Fielders playing silly idiots, falling around.
They were. Where's the clown music? I don't think it went for a run though, so we might let them off.
I think it probably went for one, but no more than one. Maybe it's a bit more greasy underfoot than we thought, but I wouldn't have thought so.
Well, certainly Maharaj couldn't blame that when he cannoned into Bosch trying to take that catch. That's pure communication.
Non-communication.
Non-communication, yes.
Ngidi into the left-handed Dubey, and that is chopped into the ground over him, back down to long on, but only taking a single.
It's not enough. That's a ball that I think they should have tried. He should have tried to put in the stands. It was a full straight ball. We have got to exactly 2 runs a ball now, 138 off 69.
And as you see,
a
very
Sunil
happy
Gavaskar. I love to see that.
A very unhappy Sunil Gavaskar and a very happy Sean Pollock.
Yep. And I think that's Dinesh Karthik is not looking too happy, but he's at least looking engaged. I mean, Gavaskar.
He's the diplomatic one in the.
Gavaskar just wants to be somewhere else.
Yeah. Ow! That's going to hurt. That tried to step across and whack it through the leg side, and he's just been caught mid wicket.
And Ngidi is trying to be diplomatic, but he seemed to have a little smile at that.
And Sky is wincing underneath his lid there.
Let's have another look. If it's not too painful to watch, it is.
That's maybe, thankfully, I think, probably an inch too high for being really painful.
Oh, I don't know.
No, but I think that part doesn't have any coverage, right? At least
depends how he's hanging, as the tailors say.
Anyway, it's a dot ball. And here's, to quote Phil Tufnell, 2 balls remaining.
That's going to be. Oh, he's hit down to the ground. It would have been a wide.
And he's turned a wide into a dot ball there. Sky with a ball that he's chopped into the ground and up to De Kock. That would have been a wide otherwise.
India need to have a word with themselves here. They've got to change gear, and they've got to change gear right now.
Otherwise, they're going to not only going to lose, they're going to get a very negative net run rate.
Potentially, but it's just going to lose any chance they have of pulling this game out if they keep. If they're not going for boundaries here, and it gets up to 14-15, they've just had it. Because he's not mugs, these bowlers.
Last ball of this over by Ngidi. That one's into the stumps and punched down the ground. Just a single. 4 off the over. That's a good over by South Africa. India 51 for 4.
And I would definitely
need to change their plans.
Yep, I would definitely keep Bosch on for another over and try and get through that quickly.
Well, we have a possible debate here if you guys want to get into it, because Rohan says India have hitters of the ball, not batsmen who are technically sound. This is what the T20/IPL has encouraged. Flat Indian pitches, haven't said that this format requires that approach.
Yeah, well, they're playing on a flat Indian pitch, so what difference does it make?
Thank you, I was going to say that.
You're playing in a format which encourages
look,
non-traditional
you can certainly you can certainly point at T20 and say it has an effect on the longer formats, but you can't say T20 has an effect on T20.
Oh,
and that's out.
That's out.
Would have been a wide as well.
Surakumar has tried to. The ball was pushed into the leg side by Bosch, and Surakumar has hit the right toe end of the bat. It's just flopped out. And is that Brevis? He's taken a very nice catch on the run.
Catch. I don't often play this one, but I'm going to pull it out.
It's right off the toe.
There's a foot down the leg side.
Right.
Now, if you look at this group and you think India's best chance here is to get on 4 points, obviously. But run rate, what I'm saying is a very good chance that Zimbabwe lose all 3 games and the other teams could take 1 game off each other and then bang, it's purely on run rate. Yes.
Yeah. So they need
that
to get
definitely
up to a decent score, even if they lose.
Guy said that Sky converted a wide to a wicket.
He did. Yeah, he did.
The wrong kind of W.
Yeah.
I fully agree with that.
Right, well, it's the last hope, perhaps, of an Indian
Hardik
win
and
in this
Rinku.
match.
But he has to be. Hardik has to be very clear about what he's doing here.
Yeah.
Is he playing for the win? Is he playing for run rate? Because you can't just say, "Well, we'll have a look for 3 overs." And you've got to know what you're trying to do here.
And Bosch does it again. He's 2 for 5 off 7
Very
balls.
well, bowled nicely.
Yeah, you mentioned that as well, right before the over.
And that's gun barrel straight, and all Hardik can do really is defend that into the offside.
Now you'll have Hardik trying to set himself into the innings before he starts hitting, so we have another couple of overs of just slogging.
That's the problem. Yeah. It's Dhoni syndrome all over again. And Dhoni might not be in the team anymore, but his spirit lives on.
And one of the things I like about Bosch is, because he bowls that sort of bouncing, just nagging back of the legs, jolting at you, anything that's mistimed or mishit is in the air.
Yeah.
And no, there is a chance of a catch, therefore. That's going to be a wide down the leg side. Slightly misaligned by Bosch. He is generally a guy who bowls wide and angles it in, but that one's just a little bit too much angled in.
Yeah, Surakumar looking over backward square leg and sees the ball flap out to mid-wicket off the toe of the bat. It was a bit of a strange dismissal.
Well, it's just completely...
We got a prediction from the comments saying that Pandya will get out cheap. Let's see. It'll be interesting.
Well, it's worked into the leg side. It beats Brevis. Should only be 1. But oh no, they go back to 2.
Comfortable 2.
I thought Rickerton was closer than he was, and Brevis was in fact just shepherding it towards Rickerton.
He did really.
No, I thought he might have put a bit more effort into chasing that, but
you look at that. You look at that score needed. It's now 2 a ball plus 8. That's how I like to look at it. 134 off 63. If you're just going to concentrate your run rate, fine. If you're trying to win the game, you've got no time to hang around.
And then again, straight as a die by Bosch, and all the batsman can do is chip it into the offside for no run.
It's going to be the end of
too many dot balls. It's going to be the end of me as well.
After this ball, I'm going to be away, but I should be back for the semi-finals. Will India, though?
Pokering somewhere on the continent?
I'm going to Czech Republic in my enduring quest to break even playing poker all around Europe.
Good luck. 2 points to go. Can we have more drama? There's a somewhat resigned look from Gautam Gambhir. He's not even.
He's not a resigning look. I don't think he's the type.
Little shimmy by Hardik, who goes down the wicket and then times it quite nicely into the vacant mid-wicket.
I can see Gambhir as the guy going, "No, you've got to sack me and pay my contract."
Yeah. I want my compensation.
Yeah.
Bosch, last ball of this.
Asleep half of the bench, the Indian bench.
Yeah, you could argue he's been a bit asleep at the wheel, Gambhir.
Well, you know, luckily
he's got his
all the fives.
Appealing personality to help him through these moments.
And that is flayed, and that is potentially going to get to the boundary. Oh, that's well saved, really well saved by
the big man,
Jansen down there.
The big man did get down there.
He ran a fair bit and then spread his 6'7" frame out full length to stop the boundary and restrict it to a 2. End of the 10th over, 57 for 5, and we will have a change.
Have fun, guys. Take care.
Where are the horde of oncoming people?
Well, one of them is me, and I'm on for ball by ball.
Excellent. Well,
Richard Asher coming
you should be very happy, Richard, with that last 5 overs. It's
it's made from some quite diverting viewing of a Sunday afternoon. Just to put it in perspective, South Africa were 84 for 3 at this point. India 57 for 5.
Okay. As the Hendo appears, I shall vacate.
Couple of worried expressions in the crowd for Indian fans. This one goes up in the air. Hardek's had a slap into the offside. He's managed to beat the fielder. It has cleared the ropes. 6 runs.
Yeah, that was a good shot. But it kept the fielder interested. One of these.
Who was Tristan Stubbs.
Well, we were saying you might not have to come back, Richard. Well, half the team has gone.
Indeed, it is. I couldn't have realistically hoped for much better from a South African perspective. It is Maharaj who just got swung away for 6 there. The next one just went for 1 down to long off.
If anyone could do it from this position, it would be India, wouldn't it? I think if Hardik really gets going.
I thought you meant the catch, because I was just wondering, like, what was the thinking behind it? Because he dived forward and he was like 1 meter beyond the boundary. That was so brave, honestly.
This one's fired in, outside off. There'll be an easy single for Dubé.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just wanted to look spectacular.
And also, to be fair, that highlights the difference between the Indian and the South African effort today. South Africa, even when it looks impossible, they seem to have the will to do the extra bit. And India have just given up.
They've been quite lackluster, India, today, I think.
There's Maharaj again, also going with the quick flat approach. This one's not directed correctly. It's gone well down leg side. He's going to have to bowl it again. Yeah, Maharaj not going to win any bowling awards today. None for 20 of 1.3. He pulls out of this next delivery, perhaps fearing he might send another one spraying down leg. See what he can come up with in the second half of this over. This one's wide outside off. Perhaps something of an overcompensation. It's an easy swat down along the ground to long off.
Well, just a little bit of featuring of Dubé's 6 hitting off spinners. With the ball coming into him from Maharaj, he'll fancy taking on mid-wicket, won't he, I think?
Well, let's see.
Not from there.
Not from there. He bowls it really out wide. He's able to just lean on it, and Brevis tidies up
probably thought
in the deep.
That's where I bowl.
I think he must have seen that same those same clips. Thought, if I put it a yard outside or something just inside the line, then he won't. It's unlikely he'll be able to get it over mid-wicket.
Maharaj to complete the over. Tight enough line. Puent does the fielding, no run, so we're on 68 for 5 after 11.
Have we been through this super chat before?
I don't know.
We've got a super chat.
Let me hear it. Who's this from?
Jay Grover with £5.
Yes, it is.
Let's jingle them up.
Let's. Which one is it? Which was the? Go for it.
YouTube comments were not getting a mention. Too many lonely folks needing some attention. You post your super chat and then you pay the price.
Since we read for cash. These things we read for cash.
the chat says Andy is getting into annoyed maths teacher mode. The fear.
He's gone now.
Yeah.
As Kagiso Rabada returns to the attack, there's a big old swing here from Dubé, but it's all along the ground, not particularly powerfully. It'll just be one run. Rabada still looking for his first wicket, none for 13 off his initial burst of 2 overs in the power play, which impressive in its own way in terms of economy.
Ngidi's really developed in this form of the game, hasn't he? His slower balls are they're just a thing of beauty.
Absolutely, yeah. A feature of South Africa's attack generally today, the control of pace and the variation. This one is run down to the aforementioned Ngidi. They'll be in straightforward 1 run for Hardik.
I don't know what you feel on that, but it's always hard when your teams get taking a bit of a beating, but I just feel that maybe this will wake India up a little bit.
Honestly, yes, it's the right time, if any, to lose a match.
Yeah. Yeah.
As Rabada comes in past the umpire, and there's not going to be a run here because Dubé's managed to pick out mid-off.
I just think maybe there was a bit of complacency in the team today. I mean,
both the host nations today.
Yeah. It's been very odd batting, hasn't it?
Yep.
I mean, South Africa had enough about them to dig themselves out of a hole. But really, the only person who could look on himself well today is Bumrah.
Rabada to Dubé has played straight back past the bowler. Absolutely no doubt about this one. It crashes into the fence for 4 runs, and they're up and dancing in the stands.
That was pretty good, wasn't it?
It's me, and she. It's me, and she.
Oh, what is it, 114 off 50 balls? I mean, it's a huge ask, but you just never know. 2 guys get going, especially hitters like this, and suddenly the bowling and the fielding just can fall apart. You don't think you're going to get that from South Africa the way they've played, but...
No, but they've got to watch it. That one was a bit overpitched by Rabada. This one is hoiked into the leg side. The fielder didn't really seem to know too much about it. It'll be interesting to see a replay on that. Was that the gangly? Oh no, it was Stubbs again.
I think it was Stubbs, yeah.
Stubbs.
I think he was. I think he was trying to come in for the catch, and then just at the last minute he realised he wasn't going to get there, and tried to just get some body behind it.
Yeah, well, we'll be charitable and say that wasn't a chance. Anyway, we'll go down as 1 run in the scorebook to Dubé, who's now on 14. Last ball of the over now from Rabada, all being well. Over the wicket has just run down to the keeper off the face of the bat by Hardik Pandya. Dot ball, 75 for 5, 12 gone.
We've got Matthew Cullen asking, did that Indian opener score a run this time? Yes, Abhishek Sharma got a few runs on the board.
What
but
did he get in the end? Was it?
I think
wasn't
12, 11 or 12 runs. But
well, I said the other day when I did the India game that I had never seen him fail. Every time I watched him, he seemed to get about 120.
Honestly, like anyone watching him starting from this World Cup, they will find it impossible to believe he's ranked number 1 in T20Is as a batter.
I think, it's a whole thing about every player goes, you can have a fantastic start to your career and, sometimes bowlers find you out a little bit, find some weaknesses, but also maybe you get a bit too cocky, you try shots that, that sometimes, because they've come off so often, you think, I can do it every time. But anyway.
Marco Jansen as the frontline bowlers are back in for a spell in the middle here. We're trying to finish things off. There's going to be a single out to Stubbs at long on for Dubé.
Who have we got to come in next? This Indian side. We've got Bumrah.
Yeah, Bumrah is number 11. Arshdeep will come in at 10. Varun at 9. Who's 8?
It's amazing how you can sit here and watch this all day and then completely forget who's playing.
There's lots of gesticulating going on.
I know you said Varun, didn't you?
Yeah.
We're going to have to think to ourselves.
It's been a long day, and this is the second of 2 matches. Anyway, back goes Hardik, plays it out into the space on the leg side. He'll get another single, and singles aren't going to do the job at this point. There's 3 from the over so far. They'll need more than that.
Yeah, I mean, Hardik is the kind of player who can just tee off suddenly and
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, Hardik is, and then when he starts scoring, he scores. He can score from like a minimum boundary or ball.
Yeah,
So you never know.
Yeah, he's still in with a chance.
Swatted
I think
away
it's just a
by
few-
Dubé. This next delivery from Jansen, which is shorter, fielded out in the deep on the onside. 1 run again.
I think it's just a few deliveries from getting out of reach, honestly. Literally, like, I would say maybe 5 or 6 balls from here.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Sounds good to me.
They've only had 5 drops in the tournament. That's not bad, is it? That can't be right. Who is that? South Africa.
Yeah.
Again, short from Jansen. Hardik goes on the pull, but he has picked out the man on the ropes there. That's Rabada. So it's just going to be one more.
Couldn't have been India because Tilak Verma alone has dropped 3 catches. 2 in 1 match.
Yeah. That was a killer, the Surya Ahmed dismissal. Complete toe end. He was literally looking behind the square leg. It was at mid-wicket that it went.
Little fuller from Jansen here. It's leg side-ish as well. Pops out towards square leg. De Kock runs across to do the keeping. And guess what? Going to be another single.
It is. 1 ball to go. They need the big hit. They need a big hit. now.
Next in is Rinku.
Rinku, of course.
Well, he's still a batter, so... Well, but I think the equation is getting away from them.
He's a batter and a great fielder.
Yeah.
I've seen today.
But he has hit 5 sixes of the last 5 balls of a match to finish it off.
Really?
In the IPL.
Jansen, almost a wide there outside off stump. Hardik does not let it go. Steers it out to deep point. And the over will finish quite appropriately with a single. So it's 81 for 5, 6 off the over, 7 to go.
That's really good from Jansen, wasn't it? 5 singles and a leg by.
A lot of chat about math teachers in the chat.
About what?
Math teachers.
Maths teachers.
How did we get onto that?
I have no... I think
Someone
I
said
think it was
something
Jay Grover, his
Yeah,
super chat
super
about Andy being into annoyed maths teacher mode, and then it's just snowballed from there.
Well, you know what
there's
they say,
one
maths
cricket
teachers are
related
mostly
one.
failed poker players.
Bat to the Bone says New Zealand could do the double men's and women's T20 World Cups. That would be really interesting, because have Australia ever held the men's and women's T20 World Cup at the same time?
You would think so, because almost...
Because they've won, I think,
every
all of the
women's tournament is pretty much won by Australia, isn't it? So, yeah, I can't, off the top of my head, I wouldn't... I think the difficulty I find in remembering those things is because the T20 World Cup comes around so often now.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Here's Ngidi back into the attack. This one is driven out to mid-off, and there'll be 1 run.
It's amazing to think back to the when England first won it. I mean, it was 16 years ago now, and I mean...
And there's been about 16 editions since then. Well, it feels like. I think it's probably only about 8. But then you've also got the one-day World Cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just so much. And then you have the women's, which is getting rightly a lot more prominence. So that's another round of T20 World Cups and another round of
We've had a
50
Champions Trophy. Has that finished now?
Do we still have that? Do we still need that? Even less than ever. It's a full toss from Ngidi now. There's a swipe from Dubé. He misses it. De Kock tidies up. Dot ball, I think.
Yeah, it was another full... it was a full toss, but it was, again... The reason I think he didn't hit it was because it was... It's the way he undercuts the ball with his... Look at that. His off-cutter.
Yeah.
It just undercuts it. And you don't pick it up. It's so well disguised.
And the leg cutter as well, the other
And
way.
the leg cutter as well. So he's got both of those in his armoury. It's really, really skillful.
And here's the skillful Ngidi. Over the wicket to the left-handed Dubé. He'll get himself 1 run into the leg side.
And that's the difficult thing, actually, for a batsman, even on a good wicket. If a bowler is consistently fooling you with that, it's really hard to hit the big shots.
Yeah.
You're either going to get too far under them or you're going to play far too early. It's really tricky.
70% of the balls he's bowled have been slow balls this match. That's unbelievable.
That is a huge number, isn't it? People are going to have to think about the way they play him, I think, and adapt. It's going to be
we'll
hard.
just mention it if it's a faster ball. Oh, this one is a full toss. Reasonably quick, I suppose.
Yeah.
Plenty of space out on the leg side. No particular aggression in the shot. There'll be one run. It doesn't feel like India are really going for this now. I mean, they're not going to try and whack that full toss.
Did you feel that maybe they are thinking of net run rate now and just getting what they can get? I mean, they've still got, Zimbabwe and the West Indies. You would think they would win both those, but West Indies are on their day.
Yeah.
Yes, Ngidi to Dubé. Let me guess, it's going to be a single. Guessed correctly, out to long on. They trot through for another.
And it was another slow ball, I'm pretty sure. It's just... It's so difficult for a batsman. You see a bloke roaring in, huge shoulders, and renowned for being quite speedy, and then he he takes 20 miles an hour off it.
Well, there's a lot to be said for the surprise delivery being the quicker one, because you by definition have less time to react to the surprise. So wonderful stuff for Ngidi with all those slow balls. There's going to be one more run off the last ball of that over into the offside. 14 into the scorebook, and 86 for 5 is the score for India.
Have they called for drinks?
Oh, they could possibly be. Yeah, it's not inconceivable.
Oh.
Have we got any more?
Original Venom says 83 for 5. What is your opinion on the end result of the game? I think it's a foregone conclusion by now.
It feels like it.
It's just about how many runs India lose by, whether they sort of try and save some face with some shots.
I think they needed to have had the last 2 overs need to have been quite big, don't they? I think just to give them the momentum. They're just not getting any impetus.
Honestly, I'm not sure if someone brought it up earlier, but the shuffling of the batting order you were seeing, that comes straight from Gautam Gambhir's playbook, because he's obsessed with having left-right partnerships. So when Surya was out there and they were losing wickets on the other end, you saw all the lefties come out and lose their wickets.
I think that's overplayed.
I think he overdoes it, because it makes sense for a 50 overs game where you have the entirety of the middle overs to take singles and doubles, and that's where it makes sense, because the field needs to change a lot. But in T20s, it's not really valid unless like maybe one partnership or two.
Yeah, I think it's a bit like the paceman bowling around the wicket to left-handers now. It's one of those things that has had some success, and so therefore it's almost become the go-to approach, and I think sometimes it's overdone.
But then when you have one bowler acing slower balls from the other end, it doesn't matter if it's a lefty or a righty. You just need someone who can pick it up.
I suppose the argument is that a lot of bowlers will struggle with that, and if you've got a short boundary on one side, it can make a difference. But yeah, I'm with you on that. Really, I think it's an obsession. It's an erroneous obsession, because if you've got, just because you've got a left-hander, you don't throw them out there if your next batsman is Harry Brook type, that kind of attitude. Although Harry Brook is not doing particularly well at the moment, but you know what I'm saying, I think. But, we have gone for drinks, it would appear. What's happening in the North London derby? I was hoping this would be over by then. I could just sort of lie down and watch that before I drove home.
Oh, we have a super chat. Jay Grover with £2.
£2 from Jay Grover. What a magnificent man he is. I'll play you
They're
this
adding
one.
up, aren't they?
Super chat cash, super chat cash, super chat cash.
0-0 in the North London derby.
Richard has changed his seating.
What have you done? Have you changed it? Why is that upsetting to Jay?
I've changed the angle, maybe. My laptop is actually on a little trolley, so I can, spin it as much as I like. Yeah, and I can also do this.
That's
my laptop has a hinge.
You've got all the kit. Hang on, you're supposed to be analog man. How can you have that?
Maharaj continues. It's wide outside of stump, slashed away, and I think it may be legitimately caught on the boundary by one of those catch it, pop it in the air, jump out, jump back in again. It's Stumps. Damn it! He's not Tristan Stumps. I call Tristan Stumps. I always trip over that name, but he did not trip over the boundary rope. He made it stick.
Do you know there was a kind of the look that Hardick gave when he realised he was out.
What's Stubbs upset about?
I don't know why Stubbs is upset. Is he upset?
He hasn't smiled once since taking the catch.
I thought that.
Was he pointing towards the lights?
I don't know. But
this was
the look on Hardik Pandya's face summed India up for me today, because you don't often see them like this, and they. Maybe it's the spider cam. I reckon that's what it was. He got very angry about that, didn't he?
Yeah, and fair play to him.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hardik,
I thought he was cursing Hardik out at first, and I was like, he hasn't hit you that much to be that angry, you know?
Well, Hardik never really got going, did he? He was he a little bit grumpy about dropping down the order a bit? I don't know. It felt like he, as he went off there, his look was one of, what did you expect? You know, as if that was something. Maybe he's going to have a word with Gambhir afterwards.
Fresh off a wicket, here's Maharaj again. Rinku, the new man, cuts. Picks up point, no run. Yeah, I think he was having a crack at Spider Cam, because you wouldn't get that angry with floodlights.
Maybe he was cursing his creator or something. I don't know. Pointing up there.
Rinku has a swat at this, and it's going to be Stubbs in the game yet again. Another catch for Stubbs off the bowling of Maharaj. Rinku's got to go for a duck.
That was pretty poor. But then he was a hostage to fortune, Rinku there. But Stubbs, he wasn't as angry. He was just fired up with that one. How many catches has he taken now? 3.
No, I think he's had 2, and 1 was a near miss. And there's been plenty of action in that region, because there was also that area where the Corbin Bosch catch, which involved Maharaj jumping on top of him in the act.
That was extraordinary, wasn't it?
It was funny.
That was incredible. I'm just thinking, what was Sri Lanka out for in the end today?
Was it 95?
95
we
or
might
96.
Get both home nations failing to get 100 in defeat.
I really hope we score those 14 more runs, but it doesn't look likely. Oh, well, Dubey's still here, so well.
And Arshdeep is the man who's come out. I'm not going to jingle. I've got to go looking for them.
The camera's already picking out Stubbs, who's giving his face a wipe in anticipation of his next chance down at long on. Does Arshdeep bat left-handed?
Yep.
Okay, so he's in the game. I wonder if Maharaj wants to give this one a little bit of air.
Or go back and get him to pull, and he might just pull it, cross-bat it straight down there.
Well, we will see. It's not particularly airy. In fact, he goes back and kind of defends, but he'll get a run out into the offside.
I mean, I don't know what you feel like as an India fan, but and you know, you've got to allow for the fact that India have been fantastic in lots and in this form of the game, but there's just something lacking today.
Angled across the batsman there. The fielder misses out, or the ring fielder misses out, so Dubey will easily get 1 run there.
But it'll focus the mind for them. If they lose one of these matches, okay, it's probably against the strongest team in the group. But
if you look at the 2024 final, South Africa were absolutely cruising.
Yeah.
India pulled it back somehow.
That was incredible.
So, well, they are the defending champions, but, well, they're not the best team every day.
I think there just may be too many players.
So the last ball of this commentary stint for Maharaj.
Yeah,
he's done it again.
Yeah, Arshdeep came gallivanting
that's
down the
incredible.
wicket there, and he's picked out you-know-who, and this is a hat-trick of catches for Tristan Stubbs, who once again had to catch it, leave the field, come back in and catch it a second time. South Africa, cock-a-hoop, 88 for 8, and that's our cue to change commentary position.
Oh, it is. There's hardly anything left for me. But, yeah, well, I wasn't expecting 3 wickets to go down in that over, especially not all caught by the same fielder in the same position.
Right then.
There you go.
See you guys for the next game.
Oh, Arnav is done. So who is
See you, Arnav.
Thanks, Arnav. Sorry, it was disappointing for you today in the from India.
Yeah, so I'm hanging around to.
Oh,
I think it's the three of us. Yeah.
It's an Indo is back.
It's
well,
the starting trio.
Yes. What an Indo. Tell me,
Well,
what's going on? What's going off out there?
Well, India's been the fourth worst team among the four teams playing today. Let's just put it there.
Do you think they've been the fourth worst team? I mean, Sri Lanka. Well, yeah, they didn't.
Well,
apart from their,
India's not yet reached 95, so
this is true. But they might do now. They've gone to 94 because Dubé has just hammered Rabada back into the attack for an effortless 6 over wide long on. He says that's the way to get it over long on. Make it go 20 rows back. Even Stubbs can't catch it there.
I agree with Arnav. They have some really bad. When they're bad, they're very bad. Unfortunately, I was at the MCG a few months ago on their last really bad day, and the match was over at around where the middle of the match should have been.
Oh God, Rabada, he's gone again. I think he's got enough on that as well. That's got 2 very flat 6s indeed. Dubé has got them up to 100, so the ignominy of failing to get to 3 figures has been averted by India. So 2 6s in a row. I do believe we've got a jingle for that.
2 6s in a row. 2 6s in a row. 2 6s in a row.
I do like that jingle.
I do. I like it. It's good, isn't it? 10 more kits are going somewhere. Out of the goodness of the heart of the ICC. They are such a wonderful organisation. Rabada in again, so he swings this out to Cow, where Brevis does the fielding, and they decide not to take the single. So,
since we're on the air, can I just take a minute to just say that I wrote a book called "We Are the Invincibles" about the 1948 tour of England, Bradman's last tour, and I'm selling all copies for 99 cents on all Kindle stores.
Oh, there you go, bargain. This is a slow
for every copy sold. Yep.
Go on, carry on.
No runs.
Yep, carry on.
So for every copy sold, I'm going to donate $1 Aussie to the Victoria Cricket Association's foundation, which lets young, underprivileged, deaf and blind kids play cricket. So so I'll be earning less than $1 per book, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to donate $1 per book. So whoever, if you can go online.
Wide outside the off stump, launched into the air. Someone's surely going to be underneath that. Oh, he's put it down!
He dropped it.
He's put it down on the edge of the
It's the
circle.
first piece of luck India's had all day.
Oh,
Wait
my
to see who
word.
this is.
Who was that?
Who was that in the covers? He landed face down, and we couldn't get a look at him. Miller.
It's Miller, David Miller of all people. Well, that's extraordinary. Yeah, let's go back to that, and you can tell us
where
can
if you buy a copy on your Kindle store, wherever in the world you are, I've priced everything at 99 cents or 99 pence wherever you are. So if you can go and buy an e-copy of the book, it's called "We Are the Invincibles." Then for every book bought, $1 will be donated to a good cause for young kids playing cricket.
Brilliant. There you go. I'd even
All of the next week.
I'd even say, let's don't give us any more money, Jay. Give it to that. If you've got any spare, if you've not gone bankrupt yet. Single out to the edge of the cover boundary. Rabada finishes his spell. 4 overs, none for 32. No wickets for him today, and took a bit of treatment in that last over, the first 2 balls. 16 overs bowled, 101 for 8, 87 required from 24 deliveries.
Social time. Gary Westford says India's invincibility at home just evaporated. Shining Knight says, didn't figure Rabada would be the most expensive. Lol. And just to carry on from an India's little chat there, there's a question from Shining Knight 259. What is the best platform to buy the book? And I'm very interested in this answer because
any Amazon platform. It's on all Amazon platforms.
Okay. Exclusive to Amazon on the old
yes,
ADP.
it's in Kindle format. So
is there any paperback edition?
There is a paperback edition, but that's not on sale. You can buy it.
Bosch bowls to Dubé, and he crunches to extra cover. There is no run.
I think it's $5.99 or $6.99. Is I mean, you're welcome to buy that. I'll give $1 anyway, but it's just to make it easier for people to buy it.
Yeah. Cool. So is the paperback also through Amazon?
Yes. You go on any Amazon site. I think South Africa doesn't have one, right? So or does it?
Don't know.
An Amazon site.
Bosch in, smacked out towards deep backward square. Just a single though. There's Miller, the miscreant who dropped Dubé in the previous over. I was just going to play this jingle.
The pimps in the crib, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Do you like a good drop jingle?
I don't remember an Amazon South Africa site. Is there one?
No, there isn't an Amazon.co.za. For a long time, Amazon wouldn't deliver anything to South Africa. I think you can now order via .com or one of the Amazons.
Yeah, in most countries which don't have, then you order .com. Yeah.
Pulled away again, but not with great timing, not with great placement. Dubé decides not to run. He's got Varun Chakrabarti at the other end. He's faced one ball.
I always have all sorts of moral dilemmas with books and Amazon.
I know, me too.
And I want to boycott them, but I also use them to publish my own books, but I still want to boycott them, and I want to support paperbacks.
I know, absolutely.
It's a minefield.
It really is. It really is. Well, it's because they've cornered the market. It's very difficult. Smashed back by Dubé to the bowler. Well stopped by Bosch. Sorry,
I imagine your main objection is you want to support bookstores?
Well,
partly, but also I would like to support other digital platforms. So whether it's Google Books or iBooks or the much smaller ones. So there is always that moral debate going around of whether you do Amazon exclusive or you go wide, as they say. And Amazon makes it a difficult decision because the financial deal is different.
Here comes Bosch again. I just want to add to that in a minute. It's short, it's pulled. They will probably get two there. No, I think they're just going to take the one this time. 33 to Dubé. I mean, part of my objection to Amazon, apart from the fact is that they, when they were just books, that was one thing, and they weren't, they hadn't completely cornered the market early on, and I think they gradually put a load of bookshops out of business. They've, obviously they can buy in enormous bulk. And then they have this second-hand market, which really upsets me as an author. I'll come back to that. Bosch.
You mean Abbey Books?
No, outside the off stump, and he aims a drive at it, Varun, but misses. And that's the end of the over. No, I was going to say, it's more that people can sell copies of your book second-hand on Amazon. And I mean... I'd rather it was
They can sell it on other sites as well. So I don't.
But that's only really come in of late that you can get it on. There haven't been that many online sites.
No, you do realize that the best second-hand and rare books online store, abbebooks.co.uk or .com, also belongs to Amazon.
Well, there you go.
And it's always been.
What a surprise. Flicked away by Dubé. And Gidi has come back to bowl his wonderful array of slower balls. There is no run on this occasion. 102 for 8, 86 required off 17 balls. Even the mighty India are going to struggle to do that.
I am... Since it's drifting a bit, we've got a bit of debate on the book publishing on social media, so I'll read out a couple after this ball.
Okay.
As long as somebody goes and buys my book, I'm fine.
And Gidi in bowls. Oh, he's got that low on the bat, but he swung it away. Full toss it was. Spun away from Brevis, but Rabada was there to tidy up. And they got back for 2.
We've got folks out there who are up for buying the paperback, and that's okay, because then India has promised
that's
he will
absolutely
also
fine.
donate. So Jay Grover says, I even bought Richard's book, that's me, on UK Amazon. Thank you very much for that. Again, that's the conflict we deal with. Original Venom says we have access to amazon.co.za. It's a recent thing, though.
Okay.
Shining Knight says, I think I'll get a paperback. I'll break off for a sec.
Ngidi in again. Dubé drives. Part of a drive, dug up to long on, no run. Sorry, go on.
Sorry. I would have loved to sell the paperback for 99 cents. I really don't care because I'm not trying to make money here, but Amazon won't allow me to because they have a minimum price at which you can sell.
Well, just on that, to finish with Shining Knight, says, I think I'll get a paperback. The digital and paperback prices are the same in Canada, and I like holding a paper copy.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be
driven back.
Well, I just changed all the prices today. So the digital price should be 99 cents in Canada because I remember I changed that for Canada.
Okay, so that may be slightly out of date information, Shining Knight. But it's all good news, and there will be that charity donation, whatever platform or format you use. Shining Knight says they also feed your books to AI, and that is kind of true. They've planted AI in books, and that's another big moral debate going on in the author community.
And Gidi in again, another slow ball. Doobie waits for this and then just eases it up to long off, nicely timed. Takes a single, and it's 105 for 8.
Well, 1 ball left, so I'll just say that Paul Sales says, afternoon, gentlemen. South Africa do now have Amazon, just as an FYI. So that must be very fresh information. Delivered by armoured car, says Eric J001. Well, yes. Original Venom ZA is saying, what is the title of the book again, please? Maybe it would be
We Are the Invincibles.
We Are the Invincibles. Maybe, I don't know if you want to drop the link into the chat in India, that might be handy.
Oh, yeah, of course. How would that help put it out? Why don't I drop it on YouTube?
Yes, the YouTube chat, I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean.
And Gidi, Chakrabarti wanders down and then plays out into the covers, doesn't bother to take the single, even if there was one there. Just 3 from the final over from Ngidi. He hasn't taken any wickets, but he has bowled supremely well. 4 overs, none for 15. Not quite up there with Bumrah, 4 overs, 3 for 15, but 2 great performers for their teams today. Unfortunately for Bumrah, he's not going to be on the winning side. There's a lot of reasons to hate Amazon beyond those.
Not enough that we can get through with 2 overs of a T20 remaining, that's for sure. Maybe we should do a special Bishop and Bear. I'd be very happy to be on that.
Amazon hate on. Jansen back into the attack. Final over from him, bowling to the left-handed Doob, who's decided to launch that one, and I think... Oh, was that Stubbs? Oh, no, it wasn't. It's another catch gone down, although, to be fair...
Rickleton.
It was Rickleton, and it was probably over the boundary by the time he got his hands to it. So 6 runs to Dubé, goes to 42. That's a shot, isn't it? That's a shot, the pick-up over mid-wicket. Yeah, I mean, I don't think, even if he'd caught that, there was no way that he was going to be able to stop himself from going across the boundary sponge. Markram's looking at him as if to say, why on earth did you not catch that? I think that's a bit harsh. Jansen in again, slower bouncer. Dubé in the end.
It's a leave.
By it. It's a leave.
I mean, this really is, that ball really says, everyone, we're all ready to go home now. I mean, 1 over to go in a T20 and they're leaving it out.
Well, I think he was done by the lack of pace.
Oh, absolutely.
And then
he wasn't that bothered about being done.
I think he might have tried in another circumstance.
Just a tiny bit of housekeeping, because I missed the super chat and we can't have that. Jay Grover, £2. Thou not the boss of me, Nigel.
Oh, no, I'm not. No, of course not. Pulled fairly straight by Dubé out to Stubbs, I think it is this time. He's in that position. He's done brilliantly there. 3 catches in and over. Did they bother with a single? No. We do need another wicket to go down because we want Jasprit Bumrah to bat, because that's always fun.
Morne Morkel looking very unemotional throughout this game. I suppose he has to master that face, being a South African coaching India.
And there we have it. We have the wicket. We are going to get Jasprit Bumrah for, well, at least 1 ball, maybe 9. It was tucked away off his legs and was taken very comfortably there by, was it Rabada or was it Ngidi? I didn't pick up on it actually. It is Ngidi who's having a good day. Arsenal have taken the lead. Oh, Tottenham. I've got nothing against Arsenal, but you know.
I've put 2 links on the YouTube chat. One for the UK store and another for the .com store, Amazon.com store. Any other stores anyone else wants, you can just let me know in the next few balls or 2 balls or 3 balls that India will still be batting here.
It's the mighty Bumrah has come, or Bumrah is out there. Let's see what he can do. Jansen has 2 balls remaining, and then there's another over to go. Should we get that far? This is Jansen 3 for 22. Is inside out. He's going to be caught by Markram at extra cover. Bumrah's little cameo was so little we barely noticed it. It was 1 ball only, and South Africa have absolutely crushed India today. It's an extraordinary victory, especially after the first 4 or 5 overs of the South Africa innings.
Yeah, as De Joint Music says, too easy. And I have to agree, we wouldn't have expected it to go this one-sidedly.
Well, I mean, South Africa must feel great, really, because, you know, I say they've got the weaker teams to take on, but you never know. Do you think maybe South Africa are peaking a bit too early, Rich?
Oh, every chance. History shows there's a strong possibility. I attach 0 emotional interest to this win. It's nice to spend time with you and chat about the cricket, but it's about the semi-final. Well, getting there, which should be straightforward from here, and then it's game on in the semi-final.
Anything could happen.
I think there's a reasonable chance you could still get an India-South Africa final.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think there's a very good chance of that actually, which would probably be about right, wouldn't it? Maybe New Zealand. I don't know.
Not by today's performance, but
what do you think, Indo? I was saying to Arnav a little earlier that I thought in some way this might be beneficial to India because they'll have got. If there was a little bit of complacency there, they'll have got it out of their system.
It's the time to get a shake-up, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I think you know, you'll look at India and you say they probably can't perform as badly collectively as that again.
They have to win the next 2 matches. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah,
but it's not easy. West Indies is playing well.
Yeah, well, West Indies are unbeaten, aren't they, at the moment? So they're doing.
Particularly West Indies, I think is not going to be easy.
Yeah, I mean, that will be an interesting one to keep an eye on. David Miller batted really well from a difficult position, finding themselves at 20 for 3. Bumrah had taken 2 of those wickets. He got rid of de Kock for 1, and he bowled brilliantly, but he was really the only person that turned up for India today.
Yeah. Well, that is the phrase, especially with their batting. Didn't feel like anyone was there. A lot of even the dismissals were sort of wafting on committal shots in quite a few cases.
There was. I mean, I don't really understand what Ishan Kishan. How was Abhishek out? Was he out caught? But
he
also
was moving around.
Tilak Varma. I thought. I mean, what was he doing? Second ball.
All
running
catches.
down the wicket, edging
every
one,
single dismissal,
and then reviewing.
catch.
Yeah, all caught. And those 3 in a row or in 1 over from Maharaj, who actually makes it look like that spin was doing something. But so he's ended up with 3 wickets that he wouldn't have expected to have got.
I mean, this stage, you asked about whether it's a good time for India to have a bad day, and it's just that if you're Indian and you have a long memory of what's been happening, like South Africans, 2 instances come to mind. One, and both in the ODI World Cup. One is the 2007 World Cup, where India probably had the best team they've ever had in any ODI competition. Tendulkar, Ganguly, Dravid, I mean the whole lot, Sehwag, all of them, and they didn't qualify for the semi-finals. And 1987, when they were defending champions, and it was co-hosted by India and Pakistan, and neither qualified. So,
yeah, well, I mean, it could happen that neither of the host nations qualify here, but I think it's unlikely. We shall see. But yeah, Arshdeep, I suppose he bowled reasonably well, 2 for 28. But yeah, it was those lots of early wickets when they didn't really need to go quite so hard, I didn't think, India. But maybe they've just got a little bit carried away with their success, some of those young guys at the top.
They believe their own bullshit, you mean?
Yeah, that's a way of putting it. Yeah, I didn't want to be too harsh. Bit like Harry Brook believes his own bullshit. Yeah, so this can happen. Man of the match is David Miller, despite that appalling drop late on. Got South Africa completely out of trouble. Brilliant.
Temba Bavuma
brilliant
presenting it, which is quite absurd. Why wasn't he playing for the first class final for the Lions?
That's a shocker. That's a shocker, isn't it?
I mean, that is the wrong message to send about domestic first-class cricket. The man is clearly free and cannot be bothered to play the 4-day domestic final. And if our test star sees the local Red Bull competition that way, then what hope is there? Anyway, I won't start ranting. I actually need to go.
All right, thanks, Richard. Thanks for your company.
Plenty of rants up my sleeve for the semi-finals.
When do we get your next semi-finals?
No, assuming I am picked, I'll be in for the semi, probably whichever one South Africa plays.
I think that you will probably...
there's a very good chance you'll be there.
Yeah, and I think that the selection committee will probably look favourably upon your application.
Well, thank you very much. And India, you might want to just double check that link, because I didn't see it turn up in the YouTube chat, so make sure as many people as possible can buy your book. And I'm going to make sure to punt mine next time out.
Okay, well,
and there's can I sign off on just one?
Sorry, go on.
Sign off on one social thing which needs reading out.
Yep.
From To Joint Music. Nice commentaries, guys. Better than the folks who cover the actual game.
Oh God, yes.
That I presume means on television.
Although we do actually cover the actual game.
Yeah, I mean,
we're not making this up.
I think they mean the ones in the ground on television.
I think maybe they're thinking that we're just a figment of your imagination, Richard. In which South Africa beat India by 76 runs, and you include an Indo in that last 5 overs just to rub it in. Anyway, let's be off and join us again tomorrow for the West Indies v Zimbabwe, the second match in this particular group, Group 1 of 2, and then it's England again against Pakistan on Tuesday. Until then, thanks very much to Richard, thanks very much to Arnav, thanks very much to Jason, thanks very much to Tony this morning, thanks to Ishan, who's been on remotely, thanks to Anindo. If I've forgotten anyone, I will chastise myself for the rest of the evening. But until tomorrow, when I won't be here, but I think Tony will be in charge, it'll be good night from all of us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Guerrilla crickets. Whoa. Guerrilla crickets. Whoa. Guerrilla. Take guard, man the barricades, patrol the cover boundary. At last the time has come, this is a cricketing emergency. Hear this call to arms for every cricket revolutionary. Take up your bats and stumps for the test match insurgency. At first they tried to silence us, but we would not be silenced. They threatened us with lies, so we threatened them with violence. Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, guerrilla cricket. It's not about the winning, it's about how many rules you break. Even in cricket commentary, this is the best advice to take. Pick guerrilla cricket, it's the finest choice you'll ever make. There's so much more to cricket than red counters and a slice of cake. At first they tried to sanitize us and clean up our act, but people like it filthy, and we know that for a fact. Fidel Castro, Lenny Pascoe, Carlos the Jackal, Umar Akmal, Mahatma Gandhi, Grant and Andy, Brendan Behan, Austin Ian, guerrilla cricket. Stick with us, cause you know we're not the kind of thing that you see on the TV and the radio. So vive la revolution. First they tried to buy us, but we would not be bought. Okay, we were, but then we ran away, and we will not be caught. Would not give up the ghost when they left us all for dead. They decapitated us, but we just grew another head. Chairman Mao, Jamie Howe, Ho Chi Minh, Asif Din, Václav Havel, Graham Saville, No Surrender, Percy Fender, Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin.